sirens playing from the start, from the start, from the start, from the start. Hey, hey. Did you hear them sirens playing? Hear them sirens playing from the start, from the start, from the start. Hey, hey. Hear them sirens playing from the start.
Of our new tier, Premier, we have my San Diego Sea Lions going up against the Philadelphia Phoenix, one of our new teams as well. How are you doing, Poke?
I'm doing great. Fortunately, my favorite football team lost today, but outside of that, I'm doing great. Ready to cast a lot of Rocket League tonight, and very excited to get into these matches.
Yeah, me too. I will say my record when casting on the mainstream is not great for my teams. Hoping that changes for both teams. There will be a sub. Jay, the GM of the Phoenix, subbing up into Premier from his superstar team, and we grab our first round pick, Trash, from our superstar team up in place of Maisie. So two subs. We'll see how they perform out there. It's a new season. There's some new changes. It's a prize pool tier in Premier. You want to start out hot. We started 1-0 off a forfeit. Not sure how Philadelphia got on, but looking to go 2-0 tonight in week 1.
Yeah, and definitely looking to get a good record here starting off this first week. As you mentioned, there is some subs. Jay on the Philadelphia is going to be subbing up, and as you said, San Diego sub's going to be Trash. It's going to be interesting to see like how these people play up to a slightly higher level of competition that this tier brings.
Yeah, I agree. A big thing today for both of these teams is you gotta find consistency when you're playing with players in the tier below. You want to make them comfortable and just find a good rhythm and a good flow to your game. I know Perry's subbing out for Philadelphia. I'm not sure who else is on that team, but um, my prediction is a 3-0 to San Diego. I mean, it was never going to be anything different. I'm never going to pick us to lose. Um, what about you? Who you got tonight?
You know what? Philadelphia, they look strong in football. They look strong in Rocket League out here. But you know what? I'm picking San Diego to win 3-1. I mean, I don't think it's going to quite be a sweep, but it should be pretty convincingly in the favor of San Diego. I know Ibu does a great job at drafting players, so I'm excited to see how they play tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Just waiting here for the lobby info, which should be up. And I mean, we're getting close here to kickoff. A lot of games tonight. After this, we still have, I believe, what is next with our Cat are producing for tonight is Nuki. Um, he's the GOAT. We love him. We love everything he do. And um, 4 more games tonight after this one. McMaster joins us for the other cast after this, and I mean, a ton of good Rocket League. At the end of the night is our world class tier, playing for around $1,000, possibly more. And I mean, you can pick and choose. We have a lot of new franchises that up on the board tonight with new logos, new branding, new everything. Stick around. We have great Rocket League, the best Rocket League in all of North American draft leagues.
Yeah, I think you said it. I mean, $1,000 prize pool for the world class here. You know, that is insane. Absolutely insane money on the line. I think the biggest I've ever seen in a draft league, and I have to agree with you so far. And yes, definitely CSA has been the best draft league out there. So definitely stay tuned and root for your favorite team. There's many, especially with new logos. Some of these logos look really good. And yeah.
Yeah, everybody spam W Nuki in the chat as we are about to get onto this game. Everybody's loading in right now. I see both teams in. So Perry will play. He has to leave at 8:10 on the dot. He has playoffs for a different league. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if that really affects this series. But so a full roster for Philly, a sub for San Diego, and we are just seconds away from getting started.
Yep, seconds away from getting started as we kick off Season 2 of CSA here. Teams are ready to get in, and they're on the field right now. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I can't lie. I always am watching my teams play. It'll be Philadelphia in the orange and San Diego in the blue. It's okay. As everyone going to the corner, it'll be Perry through. One more touch from him. Gets it past Trash. Greb will go. Trash looks for a double. A huge miss from Leonis, but it goes downfield. Gav can collect, and a huge bump comes out. So, Poke, I believe you also took San Diego. I forget, but
yeah.
Even with a sub, we both take San Diego. We'll see how that turns out. Looking for a bit of an upset here.
Yeah.
Blue.
I'm also taking San Diego here just because, like, I really think they have what it takes. I said 3-1, you said a sweep, obviously, but I think they definitely have what it takes, especially because they are definitely starting off hot. What a save from Leonis. Perry's going to try to clear it away. What a great start. 50. The pressure. San Diego has all the pressure right now. Trash. Gonna try to get something going. Gonna clear out to Jay Gravo. Still, the pressure keeps mounting here. Flip reset past mid to Gav. Can he do anything with it? Fake down low. Shot from Trash. Maybe no. A little bit of delay there.
Yeah, that'll be downfield. Jay trying to bump. Grab with a good save. It was the first big opportunity missed from San Diego. The shot bangs off the crossbar a couple of seconds ago. That was a good dunk out. Gav with a little boost. He can just go downfield. Jay possibly caught out. The double commit comes through for the Phoenix. Trash through the corner. Past Jay. Looks for one more touch. No bump comes through. Gray and the Dominus. That one, nothing there. Leonis takes over. Played world class last season. For San Diego a bit. Ended up as a sub. Gray to the corner. Trash up. Trash towards net. It's in. San Diego takes the lead. 1-0 with 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, San Diego had all the pressure in the world. It was only a matter of time before they scored right over the defender. Perry just caught out a little too far up, and no one could get back in time.
Yeah, exactly what I want to see. Trash takes another kickoff. It's not a great one. Gress to get back. Gets a fake out on one. Jay beat. 3v1 opportunity. Leonis is going to own goal. Gav will put it in. No, he won't, actually. Way to not steal the goal. That's a good team player. Greg gets credit for the goal on the dunk. And Leonis just in the wrong place at the wrong time. San Diego doubles the lead.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate positioning from Philly. You know, not quite what you want to see, especially San Diego are a bit of an underdog here. As you said, Gavin Letchville on the ball could make it 3 really quickly. Philly needs to find some offensive pressure. I haven't really seen too much of that from them. It's just been all San Diego so far.
Yeah, Perry looks for a bump there. That ball dangerous into the corner for a moment, but a good touch from Jay. Leonis will dive, no boost. Perry's last back. He does have the boost. Gray looks for a pitch. He'll get it downfield to Gav. Gav to the middle for Trash. That one goes a bit too far. The sidewall, or the corner double. Gav caught out. Leonis just puts it on net, and they cut the lead back down to 1, 2:19 to play.
Yeah, that was a passing attempt. Unfortunately, Serdman pushed up a little too far forward. Gave Philly a great opportunity to make this a 1-goal game.
Yeah, so you get a bit lucky with the own goal. They fire right back. It is what it is. Gray up now towards net. Perry has to get back. He will launch it downfield. Trash reads it quickly. Still on this ball. He'll put it towards the net. Jay up. Gets the touch. A Season 1 Superstar champion and MVP. Trash reset past Wood. Trash still going. Off the crossbar from Trash. Greg was there to support. Gav with a good 50. He can stay on this. Greg calls him off. Greg puts it towards net. Perry saves. Right to Trash with full boost. He'll pass infield to Gav, but it doesn't get far enough. Greg has to race back. And they keep the lead. Infield pass now for Philadelphia. Perry has him on skates. It's saved on the goal line by Greg. And now the Phoenix looking to mount their real first sense of pressure in this game.
Woo. There it is from Jay. Double tap to tie the game. Good pass from Leonis to get the flip reset into the double. Beats all the defenders. Great offensive play from Philly to tie up the game 2-2.
Yeah, that's what they needed. It was just it was a misplay by Gav on the backboard. He was low boost. Couldn't do a ton. Greg looking to run interference. Trash will control in his back corner. Perry up. Leonis waits underneath. Trash no boost. Leaves it for Greg. Jay's touch out to the mid. Gav cuts it off. Gavalanche, our number 2 pick in the draft. Some call it a reach. I know how good he is. Good beat out from Jay on the dunk. Trash will control. Perry downfield, not on target. Greg across. Leonis is there, waiting. Anybody there on defense? It's caught. Jay with a pop. Leonis looking to run interference. Won't find it there. Trash will clear with under a minute left. Trash downfield. Leonis into the corner. One touch. Gav a free shot. A beautiful demo. Slotted but saved. Trash control. Still puts into the box. Greg's turn now off the backboard. Perry has the touch. Gav goes missing. Trash's turn. That's an awkward touch. Gives it to Gav. Greg's turn. Towards net. Perry no boost. Saved at the backboard. Where's the dagger shot? Gav saved. And the shots have been good for San Diego, but needs it to just be a bit better if they want to finish this. Trash looks to do it himself. A 50 to Gav. Weak shot. Jay will clear downfield. Gret up. Into the corner. OT looking promising here in game number 1.
Yeah, certainly about to head off into overtime. Javo trying to get a pass out mid. No one's going to be there. Jay will keep it up. Pass. 0-second goal possibility, but saved away. Oh, scary end to regulation there, but we have overtime in game number 1.
Yeah, here comes Trash off the kickoff. 1 to beat. This looks for a bump. Perry's going to do outstandingly. Gets a demo as well. So Greg will have to turn on 0 boost. He'll just bang. Leonis can control. Gives it to Perry. Gav pre-jumps. Trash called him to defend there. Doesn't win that 50. Gray off his own backboard. Launch downfield. Perry can collect. His turn with a full tank of boost. Flicks early. Trash up. Him versus Jay. Trash gets it past him. Can he recover on 0? With a fake chow there. Leonis. One more. Resets. Another reset. Perry takes a solid 50 to the midfield. Jay towards the backboard. Trash will have. And Trash has looked pretty comfortable so far. Big miss by Leonis. Perry's turn now on the solo play. Looking for one more. Gray. Beat. Gavalanche last back. Makes a touch. A pivotal one to keep this game still alive. A fake out. A double fake. Another fake by Perry. 2 go. Gav last back. 1v1. Gavalanche. Faked by Perry. And it's a game 1 win for Philadelphia. Coming back down 2-0.
Yeah, what a good comeback from Philly. Good fake by Perry. You know, what beats the last defender back, and Philadelphia will take game 1. You know, any thoughts on that?
I mean, they looked good. It was a solid game. It was really close, considering you could tell by the score. Just needs San Diego to really just start burying some of these shots. It was a problem in the preseason when they played San Antonio. Hopefully not a problem in the regular season, but both goals, it just was an overcommit, leaving one guy back, and they were caught out of position. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I mean, Perry, the superstar, he has to leave early, so we'll see. We'll see how that affects the team, and we'll get into game 2 real quick here. San Diego looking to not blow any more leads, and trying to even this series up at 1.
Yeah, I like what San Diego did last time here off kickoff, trying to get away. Oh, that's down the other end. Avalanche can't get back in time, and Jay will score first for Philly.
Yeah, Trash was trying to play it slow, and Jay just goes. That's wide open. An early lead for the Phoenix.
Yeah, early lead. Let's see if San Diego can tie it. Good pressure. I liked San Diego last game. At the beginning of the game, they had a lot more pressure, a lot of chances. I feel like halfway through, they just kind of gave up, gave in. Couldn't quite find some things on defense. Maybe slight overcommits last game, hoping to avoid some of those this game. Perryville's going to drive it down. Gavalanche last back, awkward in net. Leon's going to try to get something, but Trash is going to clear it away. It's going to go as far as to Perry. Gets an awkward touch to the corner. Of course, someone's going to be on that, but Perry, good job clearing it away. Flip reset, going to bring it down, but Gav is there to make the stop. Perry goes up. Gonna try to get a flip reset on the ball. Can't quite get a good touch. Good defense saved away. Now San Diego has a chance on the attack, but Perry gets a good beat at the midfield. Gavalanche is gonna try to pass it to Gray, who on net just saved, and Trash tries to put it in, but can't quite find it.
Yeah, that one through the corner now. Gray will go, but he's beat out. And once again for San Diego on defense, they've been leaving one guy back. When they've had a structure there, they've been looking really solid, but they have to tighten up there, leaving a lot of open opportunities for the Phoenix. Gav downfield, no boost. The boost situation also for San Diego, it's not been great. They find themselves on these counterattacks, but with no boost. Gret towards the net. Jay, what a save. Trash looks for one more. Perry will actually put it middle. Gav can control, take a 50. Greg gets the full boost. He can go slow, past one. Perry and Jay both in the net. Passes out to Leonis, who doesn't get any more dunked out by Trash. Perry on the backboard with 0 boost. Bangs downfield. Leonis the skim. It's a good touch, but not on target. Anyways, can't really see this one downfield towards net again. Gav saves. But no boost once they make these saves. Not a great touch from Gray. Across his box, Perry there to bury it, and we go. Philadelphia now up to almost the same exact situation as game 1, just reversed. We'll see if San Diego can tie this back up, just like game 1.
Yeah, let's hope they can. This play in backboard, not quite what you want to see from San Diego. Perry up. Philadelphia just keeps this pressure going to go up 2 goals. They don't want to let happen what happened to San Diego last game. They want to keep a 2-goal lead and quite possibly extend it. But San Diego wants to come back down from 0-2. Definitely something they can achieve here, as we just saw it last game.
Yeah, the net's open. If Gav can put it on net, he will. It's a great 50 from Trash, and they cut right into this lead 30 seconds after getting scored on. Beautiful dunk from Trash. Gav wide open, the net open. 2-1, plenty of time now for the Sea Lions, and that's exactly what you needed.
Yeah, the momentum now shifts a little bit. That is exactly what the Sea Lions needed, as you said. Just a goal to get themselves going, and now here they are right back on the attack. Pressure mounting. Gavalanche will go as far, but Jay is going to clear it away. Trash is weighing on the backboard, but Perry's going to come out and collect it. Maybe gets a flick over, but the pressure from the Sea Lions is just too massive. However, might have overcommitted. Gray gets back in time. Popped up save. Now the pressure's mounting the other way. Philadelphia now up 50. Can't quite find it. Gonna go for a back pass. Almost risky, but Jay's able to get it. Leaves it for a teammate, but no one's there. Pass up to Gavalanche. Almost in. Can't quite find it. Perry is now going to try to clear it away. And he will. Oh my gosh, we're going for net and saved away.
Yeah, Trash has turned up. Nobody else up. He'll just put it towards net. Test the defense. Greg through the corner. Gav up. Looks for one more. He'll catch. Gets a beat. He can stay on this and 50. Trash comes through. That one out. To the mid. Pop. Jay. No boost. To Leonis. Leonis goes missing. Trash in a 1v1. Looks for Gret to the middle. Classy flick comes out. Not there. Leonis beat. Perry. Backboard double. Does he have it? No. Huge opportunity for Philadelphia. Goes by the wayside. A minute left. But now Gav caught out. Jay for the double. Gav scampers back. Under a minute left. Another dunk. Just driving through the net. It's in for Perry. 50 seconds to play. And Philadelphia reestablishes their lead. Gret's touch just not good enough, really. There, it's been, both their goals have been on mistakes on the defensive half. Got to be better about where we're putting that ball. And Philadelphia fully capitalizing on those. Gret will put it downfield. That one across. No one there. Gav can control. Jay up, beat out. Gav still on, but just not really a dangerous spot. Can someone get it mid? It'll be Trash. It'll be Gret. The shot underneath. 36 seconds. And it's a one-goal game again.
Great shot placement from Gret just to put it below the defender. The defender jumps thinking the ball's going to go high, so the shooter puts it low. And here we are, still anyone's game. I mean, 36 seconds left. San Diego could definitely do it, but let's see if they can. Kickoff goes more in favor of Philadelphia, but Gavalanche is going to clear away. It's going to depend on some of these boost totals here. Jay is going to try to keep the pressure mounting, trying to send the dagger here in this game. Can't quite get it. Trash is going to bang up and straight to Perry, who will probably sink this game away.
Yeah, Trash was just so awkward. He gets a flick out. Perry just waiting on it. And all three players for San Diego, rightfully so, were pushed up there, trying to get a goal. Gonna need to reverse sweep if they can't find 2 goals in 17 seconds here. That kickoff goes in favor of the Phoenix. 2 goals for Jay, and he's playing up, and he's looking real good.
Yeah, Jay's looking very good. I'm very impressed with the sub-up so far. And, I mean, for San Diego, I just think, you know, overall, their defense has just not looked the best. You saw them 2 goals ago, all the same corner. Not really what you want to see, especially if your first man's awkward, because then the last can get beat. But here's a goal, though, for San Diego.
Yeah, they get a goal at the end. Maybe some momentum. And, I mean, like, they've kept these games close. The reverse sweep not out of the question. They're playing good enough. Maybe I'm just coping, but it's definitely possible. And for the Phoenix, I mean, you take a commanding 2-0 series lead. You've looked good, really good. You win a game at OT. You win a comfortable game there, and one more game, you'll take a series win.
Yeah, one more game for Philly to take the first stream series of season 2 of CSA in this tier. And yeah, I think overall, just I didn't like what I saw out of the San Diego defense. Just not very awkward, you know. I think they looked the best during the first game when they had all that direction. And yeah.
Yeah, game 3 underway. A must win for San Diego.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the defense just has to tighten up, and they do that. I like our chances because we can score goals, and we also probably need to fix our kickoffs. A demo from Gav, on to Perry. Leonis through the corner. Gav's turn now. Uses a lot of boost. Does take a 50. Leonis a pop high. Doesn't really go anywhere. Jay's turn now into the midfield. Trash with a solid beat. Jay beats everybody to this ball. He can't get back to it. We'll just have to take a 50 now. Whew. Jay goes missing. Perry's turn through the middle. There's a pass waiting. He does go, and I'm disconnected. Cool. Hello? Am I back?
Yeah, I can hear you well on Discord, but Jay's gonna collect off ceiling, gonna be pass. Good back pass, saved away by Avalanche. Philly really wants to make a strong statement here. A sweep over San Diego would be incredible for them. However, San Diego wants to avoid getting swept, wants to make the reverse sweep. They can do that here. It shows they have the grit and determination to come back, but they still have a long way to go as if Harry scores one in their net.
Yeah, it's just a bang down field. And once again, just caught out on defense. Leonis to parry. It's a 1-goal lead, 3:50 to play. San Diego needs to find something here quick.
Yeah, San Diego, all the pressure has been on them the last 2 games so far, but Trash trying to put pressure on net. Leonis gonna try to get it down the other end. Good counterattack. Oh my gosh. What a save. Double flip reset attempt denied. What a save. Maybe that can get some momentum back for the Sea Lions. Javo's gonna come up. Avalanche gonna make an easy save off to the corner. He's gonna try to clear it away, but Perry is just there.
Yeah, 1 goal. It's a 1-goal game, and I mean Trash just hits the crossbar on his shot, and then Gav makes an incredible save that would have made it 2. That one across the box, no real threat. Trash will wait on Jay's touch. Does force him in to do something. Gav's turn to go. That one to Gre. Goes right to Leonis. Leonis to Jay. Jay to the backboard. He has the double lined up. Trash gets the touch. 2:40 to play. That one, a soft touch from Leonis. Leonis and Perry have looked so good. That one over 1. Perry has to force. Gav with a beat. Jay should have no double. Straight beat out by Perry on the Trash. Fred launches high. Leonis' turn to go. Reset. Doesn't have it. Gav goes missing. A triple commit from San Diego. Shot on, it's wide. Gav's turn now. 1v1. Will try and take a dunk. Not there. And the San Diego offense has really fluttered out so far halfway through the game.
Oh, what a pinch to almost go in. That would have been something spectacular. However, San Diego still trailing 2 minutes of plenty of time still on the clock. Avalanche going to pass back down. Who's there? It's going to be Perry on the defense doing some awkward flipping. And Trash, can he dunk it in? No, and he will.
Yeah, time! 1-1, 1:52 to play. Trash just stuffs Jay in a locker for this goal. And what a huge goal it is. We're tied here in game 3. It's exactly what they needed. Can they capitalize?
Well, I know you're certainly definitely hoping so, but Jay will steal away all the momentum from San Diego as they get one right off the kickoff. Oh no.
Okay, let's ban the kickoff. Anyway, San Diego needs a goal now. They just get it back. They get scored off a kickoff goal. Not what you want to see at all. Perry's turn to go through the corner. Beats out Leonis. No, he does force a missed touch. Jay no boost. Gav can go. Perry saves. Trash up. He's beat out. Red last back. Stuffed in the corner. It'll be Gav's turn, but not a lot of boost. That one towards net. Trash has to make the save. Back flipping into that one. This one and then to the midfield. Gav will control. Trash versus Jay. Breath towards the backboard. Where's anybody there? Double commit from Philadelphia. Someone needs to get on this ball. It'll be Trash. He beats out one. Looks for another. Takes a 50. 1 minute to play. Gret towards the backboard. Gav misses. Trash shoots. He misses. Gret shoots. It's not strong enough. And that's the best chance you'll have. That one. Fire towards the net. It's in. For Leonis. What a shot.
What
a bury. He will absolutely bury this series with 47 seconds left.
What an insane skim. No one on the defense can get back. Insane counterattack. the defense coming out of Philadelphia was very strong. I think San Diego had some chances to possibly, tie up the game there, but, just a little too slow on the attack. Now they have to hurry up. 40 seconds left. Series
There it
on the
is.
line. There it is.
Falls in. 30 seconds left. It's a 1-goal game again. It somehow works. Grab with a good he gets a good play there. Gav just does enough. 34 seconds to play. And they need a goal. The kickoffs once again the factor so far in deciding this one. They go straight hard sheet on the kickoff. Gav with a good touch. Can he get back to this? He will. Gets it past one. Perry through the corner. Has Greta beat. He can't. Jay needs a touch. Trash will control. Puts it towards the net. Jay, soft touch around. Perry controls. Gav a 50. Jay will wait. Beats out everybody. Perry puts it towards net. It is in. And Philly will win this series in a sweep.
Yeah, that's the dagger for a series right there. Philly, looking very strong out there. Good offense, very good offensive pressure, and they had some incredible defense. I'm really impressed with the way they played tonight.
Yeah, great for them. And now, I mean, a lot of Rocket League left to play here, but Philadelphia takes the series win. 3-0 in a sweep. And, yeah, I mean, what a start for their season. They win the first dream match for San Diego. I mean, you don't want to get swept ever, but you keep it close without your full roster. I know they didn't have their full roster either, but there was some stuff to learn, some stuff to take from that. And for the Sea Lions, they are done for the night. They go 1-1. And yeah, the next series we have is Novice, I believe. Professional, rather. It'll be Chicago versus Savannah. And that will be coming to you guys shortly.
Yep. Yeah, see y'all later.
Dropping that shit on the headline. Welcome back to CSA, ladies and gentlemen. I'm McMaster. Alongside me tonight is going to be Nuki for the second mainstream matchup of CSA Season 2. It is going to be a professional division matchup between the Savannah Phantoms, not the Savannah Bananas, and the Chicago Titans. Nuki, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good. Why am I nervous? I'm nervous for this matchup for some reason. I casted 2 matchups of Savannah's, Friday and Saturday. Friday wasn't so good. Saturday was an incredible set of events. But it's a little weird, both Savannah casters being on the stream. I was trying to get AK. Unfortunately, I know he's been doing his best to get his matches streamed. He is working his butt off right now. So I'm letting him focus on everything he needs to. So I'm going to come on and we're going to have some great casting energy as we go into it. We'll run over the bracket real quick, or the schedule while players are still kind of loading in. But it should be a good set of events. I'm excited, McMaster. Still waiting, I think, for players to load in. They're almost getting in here, about to run the matches. It's going to be exciting.
Absolutely agreed. Yeah, and I, on the bias side of things, I kind of hope this runs similarly to how the last matchup did. The first matchup of the night was a Premier Division matchup between these two teams. That was on my stream at twitch.tv/K4McMaster, and that was a 3-0 sweep in favor of the Phantoms, with Game 3 actually being a 5-2 just trouncing, if you will, of the Titans. So we'll see if this is a much closer matchup. The Premier team showed up and did their job. Now it's up to Pro team to see what it is they can do. And as you had kind of showed off the rosters by accident there, but the rosters, at least on the side of Savannah, are Fighter Vet Rule, Sangani, and Kachang. And then on the side of Chicago, they got DJ, Josh. I don't even want to read this user's name, but user 6HC22EB2CE. Sure. And then Kristen Knight as well. So, two fantastic rosters. These divisions have been specifically made. You know how CSA works as a draft league. These are going to be close matches, or at least should be throughout the course of this entire thing. So, let's see some action once these players are ready for us.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully the players are gonna get loaded in shortly. Let's see here. I wasn't sure. I know some players were having, some teams were having subs. I can't remember if we were having subs on any of the teams tonight. I was trying to get enough communication prior, ahead of time. But the players are still working on loading into the lobby. We're trying to get on the way here so we don't get too far behind schedule, as we still have 2 more matchups tonight. But I think I might be a touch biased tonight. I think Savannah's gonna do pretty good tonight. Just because of the set of events that happened previously. I mean, I got to see all 3 nights of casting and plays since Friday, and a lot of Savannah matches, and the teams are feeling a lot stronger, a lot better than they were originally when it came to start. Do you have the same chair as me, McMaster? Do we have the same white? Look at the Oh my gosh, look at that.
You tell me.
Look at that GT player.
It was meant to be.
It's meant to be. It's just how it is. And as Rob, he said, the best casting duo. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. No, we're here to have as much energy and have a lot of fun screaming at the best game around for esports. Man, players taking their time, McMaster.
To be fair, the matches are supposed to start at 8:30, so I can't really blame them. We are a little bit ahead of time. But regardless of that, this should be a great matchup. I at least hope it is. As much as I would like to be biased for the Phantoms, Nuki and I, we're still going to bring you guys as much neutral commentary as we can, because that's what we do as consummate professionals, of course. But I mean, in my heart of hearts, of course, I'm rooting for Savannah. I have not seen the professional team play. I don't know enough about the players on that team. I know much more about the Novice team than I do probably any of the other teams in the entirety of CSA. But that will be later on tonight. For now, we're going to worry about the professional division. If you could fill me in, as well as those who may not know in chat, how the first matches on Friday and Saturday went, since you had mentioned those had already transpired.
Saturday was the best day. Friday didn't do too bad, but it wasn't incredible. It was Superstar tier that did end up playing, and we were playing against Chicago, and that ended up being well, a little bit of a weird turnout. It ended up being 3-0 for Chicago. So the Savannah, they did their best, but it just it didn't work out. Now Saturday, however, that was our Academy tier, and Academy I was a little nervous about, as they had made their debut on the preseason stream, and it didn't go so good. But they worked together, and let me say, it was a 3-0 sweep there, and that was a pretty good set of events, and that was against the San Antonio Stallions. So I mean, Savannah's feeling comfortable overall as a franchise. Now it's just gonna have to see if it carries through the tiers into tonight's matches with them.
You'll find out, you know. So we've gone 2-1 in total. Then Savannah has, with a win in Academy, a loss in Superstar, and then a win just then in Premier a few short minutes ago. We have the professional rosters in the lobby. We're just waiting on Sangani, I believe it is. They said we were waiting on, so I'm not sure where he is or what exactly is going on, because he is in the lobby. But I'm not going to rush the players onto the field just yet. You know, do you know more about these players, more about the styles that we might see between these two teams?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to actually see our professional tier either. I know Fighter Vet, the AGM for Savannah, is a part of this team and is the captain. And I know that they kind of did try to make sure that their focus was working very well with the players that they had on the team. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have some good chemistry. We're going to let no good chemistry be on that team yet. So we'll definitely have to see how all the players do work together in regards to that. Just because I'm going to be shocked either way of the turnout.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We'll find out. It looks like on the side of Fighter Vet says that they are good to go. We'll see. Yeah, DJ says we're good. I think we're about to hit the field then.
Does look like I feel like we're still missing. No, I guess we do.
No,
have
they're here.
everybody. Everybody is here. You're right. Everybody is here, loaded onto the field. It's going to be game one, Savannah Phantoms versus the Chicago Titans. Here we go, McMaster. A pro tier matchup is going to be a good one.
I certainly hope so, as Fighter Vet looks to start off the offense right away. It is Sangani linking up with Fighter Vet. Only 7 seconds for the Phantoms to get there first.
I'm excited. Sagani could have good pass coming off the sidewall, working with Fighter Vet. Like I said a minute ago, chemistry. That was going to be Fighter Vet's main focus when it came to building out the team, and we're already seeing it just within the first 9 seconds of the first game. It looks like Fighter Vet trying to reach Sagani again. User going to cut him off quickly. It's a pass out, but Rule, a nice clear down to Sagani, who does get a capture. It could go for a double. An awkward pinch puts it in front, but Tasheg just in time gets it cleared out.
Now over towards the corner. It is currently Chicago trying to find an answer back to that early goal put on the board by the Phantoms. Sent away by DJ over towards the sidewall. No touch going to be found. Now 50 just kept extremely neutral. Cleared out wide by Sangani. Going to be challenged right away by T-Shag. User with the read, but it is Rule to send it back downfield. T-Shag keeping it out wide. DJ not going to have the extra touch. It says Fighter Vet with the centering touch, but DJ is there. Sangani to the backboard. Follow-up touch not going to be there. Fighter Vet is just a little bit too far back, as T-Shag will get the clear.
I feel like they were working for it. I know Savannah was trying to work their way forward, but right now Chicago playing really, really well on defense, especially for all the pressure Savannah's got on them. Got him pinned up against a wall for a second. DJ, here's an opportunity. Goes for the flipper set. Could have the follow. It's popped over one. Looks for the second. Sagani, a nice save. Gets it cleared out and out of dangerous territory. I was sweating just a little bit there. That was they were about to cook coming from Chicago. Already pulling out a lot of mechs.
Absolutely. It was a very close shot, but not going to quite find its way through just yet. It is still a 1-0 lead as we approach 90 seconds into game number one. It is T-Shag who is bumped off the ceiling after the first touch, trying to follow to the corner, but is unsuccessful. Bumps Fighter Vet and steals that corner boost. Could be crucial for the defensive rotations as DJ looks to challenge really, but can't find it. Sangani now, clear on the ground pinch. User with the infield touch. Actually is going to find his way towards Rule, but the clear from User is true. DJ now, one touch back across the net. He'll be taken out wide by T-Shake. Gets a demo, will not even collect the midfield boost. It was taken away by his own teammate, FighterVet, with the reset. It is centering pass, but there is no one there to take the shot for the Phantoms. Up top is DJ. One touch, infield, user there. Sangani, another clear, back and forth. Both teams searching for these infield passes, but seemingly it is just demo after demo on both sides, and that will open up an opportunity in transition. DJ with the equalizer.
There's the runaway, and Chicago gets their tie-up. It's Tishek down to DJ. Nice little pass play from the backboard. Great quick recovery from defense into offense and to get that tie goal. There's still plenty of Rocket League left, especially in game 1, but they're playing so quickly, it almost feels a little bit quicker than Premier was playing a little bit ago. They're not letting each other have any time to breathe is what it feels like. Rule to pass out to FighterVet, who's just a little shy. Could be Singani's opportunity, but it's out to Rule. A 3-man finish, and Savannah is gonna get their second goal, putting them one above Chicago again, getting their lead back.
As it turns out, FighterVet didn't even have the contact. That's technically a give and go, with FighterVet just being there a little bit for show on the fake opportunity, as the Phantoms do reclaim their lead just before we hit the halfway point of game number 1. FighterVet is going to look to continue the strong offense on the side of the Phantoms as he resets off the ceiling. Infield pass towards Sangani. Will actually find contact. Sangani up top with FighterVet. The bump into Sangani could work, but it is cleared out wide by the defense. Now T-Shag up top. Boost to work with, extra touch, read by Sangani, and now FighterVet on the turn, gets it clear from the sidewall. Looking to collect that mid boost, is going to be unsuccessful. Shot denied by DJ. Up top goes user, runs out of boost, however. Rule with the drop down. DJ there to intercept once again, but FighterVet is just being a pest on the back line. I believe he's actually the one who paid for that one. Yes, he was. It's going to be a waterfall opportunity from Sangani, cleared across the net by DJ. And again, the Phantoms are just setting up shop here in the offensive half. That's a tough thing to deal with if you're on the side of the Titans.
It's got to be extremely annoying, but I will say Titans not letting it get too far ahead of them. It could be a breakaway, and FighterVet is going to get the open net-ish opportunity. It just kind of looked like Chicago was a little too far forward. User was trying to get back there, and DJ just shy off to the left side. Couldn't get behind it. 1:38 seconds, though. Chicago is playing comfortable. They're playing confident. It's just all about trying to get something to work on the offensive side of the field. Down on Savannah's side, they got to get something in the back of the net.
Absolutely right. And the 3-1 now, it's, now you're required more than one goal, and you need the offense to start sooner rather than later, when you give yourself as much opportunity and as much time as you can at a game-tying second goal. But at present, the defense from the Phantoms is standing strong. Rule's going to take the ball downfield, has Sangani waiting in the wings, who looks to get the 50 on the goal line. Users there, FighterVet with the extra challenge. T-Shag now, one-on-one with boost in the tank, extra touch. Rule does not have it on lock. Rule simply had to cover for whatever shot he could, and T-Shag has the read with the power.
It's going to give Chicago a little bit more time to get something working for them, only being a goal down now. 1:09 seconds, and anything could really happen here. They do seem to be working together a little bit more, getting it downfield in the direction they need to. DJ gets a nice flick, could be open for user. Is there going to be it? No, it's just a little too high. An unfortunate ping, and it's going to go shy. T-Shek trying to follow it up, and Chicago now going to get cleared on away from that opportunity for a goal. Savannah not wanting to let that lead slip away too early. User is trying to get another one. Sagani, a nice clear out, and it's going to go floating wide to the corner. DJ, a nice clear out. Oh, an interception. It could go to the backboard. Possible follow, but a nice clear from user. It keeps him from getting scored on again. Savannah still holding that strong lead. Man, McMaster, this is a pretty good matchup.
Absolutely right. It is super close, but the Phantoms do still have the lead, and now under 30 seconds to go, time becoming more and more of an issue up against the Titans. Sangani, though, just locking the Titans into their own corner. User trying to be the catalyst to start the offense, but he's just intercepted right away by FighterVet, who does have the extra touch towards Rule to the backboard. No double. User doesn't have the read, and look at all the time being wasted while Savannah remains on offense. DJ will get the extra touch. It'll have to be in the air, but Rule is smarter than that. He'll let it drop, and game 1 goes to the Phantoms. I mean, yeah, they were physical quite a lot. I mean, it actually ended up going against them on one of their shots. The Titans had even more demos. They had 8 of them, and I know that the one led to a transition goal from just absolutely net to net, basically. That was the one shot that DJ had that went through. You know, T-Shake did what he could to make it close. He had that good solo effort on the air dribble, but could not quite put in enough effort to get Chicago over the line. That is the first game in favor of the Phantoms.
We'll get game number 2 on the way here. That game was just long enough, but so quick. I honestly thought we were further along in the series here, but we're going to get game 2 underway. Savannah already won in series score. They could keep momentum here if they have the opportunity, but we'll have to see if Chicago can shut them down and get this game series longer than 3. The user gets put back on the back wall. Sagani, a nice pop-up if somebody's there, and it is DJ to get it cleared away. Savannah already starting off pretty aggressive.
50 hard off the ceiling right away. It is Sangani up top. Going to be 50'd by T-Shank. Rule is going to be next to follow. Fightervet has to challenge early. Does find it against DJ. Now Rule taking to the corner once more. Gets it over the top of User. On the turn now is T-Shank. He gets bumped off the ball. It will be a free challenge for Sangani. And it's an infield pass, but Fightervet just a little bit too far upfield. Cannot receive the pass as much as he would like to. Drops down in the favor of T-Shank. That 50's hard off the sidewall. It looked like it might have been an own goal opportunity from the 50, but it will not go through as Rule finds the clear one more time into the orange half. Now the question is, when can the Phantoms set up shop at present? It doesn't seem like it's even going to happen anytime soon. It's been a full first minute coming through from the Titans where it's just been basically all offense. However, they have not been able to break through this defense as of yet.
Gets popped right out into Rule's hands, who gets a nice clear away. Nobody was really there to set up a play for Savannah, but I think that was a safe bet. DJ going to take it far and wide. A possible pinch. Could it get past? And it is going to slip through. Chicago going to take the first goal here in game 2 over Savannah, and they're playing more aggressive this time, not wanting to get too long stuck on defense like they were. Already getting an early goal, trying to so much assert dominance in this second game.
Yeah, no kidding. And as much as it says that was a solo effort from DJ, you can't help but give a little bit of homage to T-Shag, who had the bump attempt onto the last defender. That is why the defender could not get back in time to get that save. They were just positioned a little bit too high on the ball, and the ground pinch as a result worked. And look at this team play developing from the Titans. They cannot convert upon it, but it is an opportunity that they didn't really see much of last game. The team plays were not there that often. It was nice to see them develop it there. However, they cannot quite convert as T-Shag looks to get the clear. It says going to be intercepted. Rule with the reset. Extra touch. What a shot from Rule to tie us up.
That was nice. That was satisfying as well. Good capture off of T-Shag's trying to clear it away, and Rule just had him red. Captured that ball, got the flip reset, enough momentum to get over the head of the defender, and that's the tie-up that Savannah was looking for. It's 1-1. Chicago playing a lot better on offense, more aggressive this time. Savannah, though, still trying to keep with the momentum they had in the first game. Still working together as Rule's gonna hit their second one here in game 2, and that was a powerful pass play as it comes from a pinch into the corner from Fightervet right into the hands of Rule. And gotta say, like we said a minute ago, chemistry is what we're looking for. Chicago had it a second ago, and Savannah's had it a lot tonight.
That is an extraordinarily quick turnaround on the side of the Phantoms, too. They were down early. That is 2 goals in very quick succession, but the immediate answer from T-Shag, the offenses at present are all gas and no brakes.
That is the tie-up that Chicago is looking for. And still so much left here in game 2 to play, and both of these teams are already battering the back of the net a little bit more than they were in the first game. I mean, there was 5 goals in the first game, but we're looking to get a 5th one early. That would have been a nasty flipper set coming from User. Fightervet looking for a musty over to Shag, but a nice interception keeps from another goal going in for Savannah. I gotta say, they're playing so aggressive and quick in this. It's like we're watching world class right now, McMaster. They're playing so well.
Yeah, absolutely right, and that goes for both teams. You know, the chemistry is there. The double commits are extremely limited, but this one might just be a third, and it is the lead back in favor of the Phantoms. Found off the pass from the backboard. Rule with the extra touch, and DJ just misses contact twice. Fightervet is there to put it away, and that is a simple goal for the Savannah Phantoms. We still have almost half the game left. This has been an offensive masterclass from both teams.
I will say they have been playing extremely well. Both teams playing more confident than they were. I mean, Savannah was playing extremely confident, but Chicago playing way more confident in this game. Tishag already looking to get another solo play. Got the flipper set, just not enough momentum to get it through again. Chicago working really well right now as a team, trying to get another goal on the board to tie up this game as we get just under 2 minutes left here in game 2. I have to say that, you know, Chicago is looking extremely more confident, working over on offense, passing plays together, but Savannah is not making it easy for him still.
Absolutely not. No, the Phantoms have just been on top of things thus far throughout the course of the series, but the Titans might be able to get another answer. It is Sangani with a good clear. User now, the 50 off the ceiling. Fighter Vet is there to pass out towards Sangani. He's going to receive it with full boost. Avoids the bump as well. DJ there with the clear. User now looking to transition now on the give and go. Back towards DJ. Shot from DJ will be saved out wide by Fighter Vet. Sangani up top. Does have boost in the tank. Extra drop down. No teammate there waiting in the wings. User looking to set up a solo effort. Off the ceiling. One touch towards net. Fighter Vet doesn't have it. Rule doesn't either. It's so awkward. Still Rule is able to get up in time for the save. T-Shag, though, not giving up on this offensive effort just yet. Sangani is going to force it out of the net. Another shot coming through from User. No defender is back. We are once again tied.
User slips it right on through, and that's what Chicago was looking for as they get their tie up here. It's 3-3. It was a team effort. They had to get Savannah working away from that net, and then they got that open opportunity, did not let that one slip away. And it was a really good effort and play from them to get that third goal on the board. Now tied, trying to get a fourth early one from User, but it's just a little too high. It now goes into the hands of Sagani, and User takes him out, but Fighter Vet, quick to respond, tries to get a shot opportunity, but it's saved away. The clock ticks down. We might be going into overtime if somebody else can't get another one on the board, but McMaster, both of these teams are working their butt off to get one to the back of the net again.
Absolutely right. The time is going to become more of an issue. You know, both teams are paying attention to it. User, though, takes full advantage of the opportunity into the corner. The full clear downfield. Fighter Vet just turned back. Thought he had time to challenge, but does not have it. User too fast and is able to secure the lead late for the Titans.
There it goes. That was the goal that's going to keep possibly an overtime at bay and give Chicago their victory for series score and work further and further closer to a possible Game 5 decider if that's how it goes. And I have to say, both teams playing extremely almost even to each other right now, not letting anybody get too far ahead of each other. It's been a 1-goal deficit per game so far, and it's a back and forth. It's anybody's. It could be an opportunity from Fighter Vet, but it's just shy. It's a pass out, and it's hot potato. It stays in the air right out to Rule. Keeps it up again if nobody's there to follow, and User does put it down for Chicago to take game number 2 here.
Fantastic effort from the Titans to fight back in this game. Everyone getting on the board with a plethora of shots as well. The Titans didn't even care about defense that game. It was just all offense the entire time. 10 total shots coming through, not even worrying about the saves, but hey, it got the job done in the end. Good effort in order to answer back on the side of the Titans.
I'll have to see how Chicago takes this victory going into game 3, and their team plays were extremely well to get especially an early goal here, and I think that momentum definitely gave them confidence going into this, and the team plays, the chemistry that they had, it definitely I think was a little bit different from game 1. It worked out really well for them. Now series score tied going into game 3. Nobody going to be at scrambling, as we're definitely going to have a game 4 for one of these teams to possibly take the series.
It's going to be a fantastic matchup, and I'm glad that we have ourselves such a competitive match in front of us as well. Again, 1-1 now, the series score for these two different teams. We'll see who exactly can get on to match point first. The Titans with the great offensive onslaught in game number 2. In game 1, the Savannah Phantoms used demos to as a part of their equation towards solving this Titans team. We'll see which team is able to make adjustments and take over here as game number 3 commences. It is an early shot found by DJ. A lack of challenges from the defense just gifts one to the Titans.
And bang, Chicago Titans taking another early one like they did in game 2 already looking confident coming out of that previous game, and like I said a minute ago, had to see how they were going to respond with how that second game went, and they're obviously feeling a lot more confident with each other. As Fighter Vet though looking to respond early, and they are going to seek it through. Already tied within the first 15 seconds of game 3. Both of these teams feeling extremely confident after the first 2 games.
Perfect answer back from Fighter Vet. Got the extra touch on the drop down opportunity as well. Good play from him. Able to break through the defense and answer back a mere 20 seconds in. We are already tied up at 1 goal apiece. These two offenses are dangerous, and that is to say the least. User will have the touch out wide. Rule does not have the reach time around. T-Shag taking his time. Good pinch up top. Fighter Vet going to be patient off the sidewall. Light touch. Sangani there for the read. Trying to link up with Fighter Vet, but unable to do so. Rule in a little bit of an awkward position, but User is there for the early challenge. Fighter Vet now cleared downfield. No teammate waiting in the wings for that possible pass opportunity. And now DJ up top does have boost to work with. Resetting off the ceiling. Looking to get the flip reset off of that, but instead lays it off for T-Shag. Offensive helping for the Titans before Sangani shuts it down.
That was good offense from Chicago, but Sangani got there just in time for Fighter Vet. Maybe that crossbar down is going to put Savannah in the lead here. That was a kind of a nice action shot from Replay Rocket League right there, not even going to lie. And a good play from Sangani and Fighter Vet to get their second goal for Savannah. Both of these teams' offense working together. I have to say, almost every goal, except for maybe 1 or 2 from DJ or Fighter Vet, have been with an assist. So both of these teams are extremely comfortable with each other, which is it's really shown in the field and in the game tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry is pretty shocking because, again, in these draft leagues, you never know who exactly you're going to be paired with. You don't know whether or not you're going to link up. I mean, I guess that's what the preseason match is for, figure out what exactly your style is going to be. But these two teams have clearly taken their time, learned what exactly it is they want to do. And at present, it is the Titans trying to push forward and equalize this third game. T-Shag with another shot, Rule another save. Fighter Vet going to try to get the full field clear and will be successful. User is there to receive it into the corner. Fighter Vet does demo 1. Now Sangani putting on extra pressure. Rule is there, and there's not a defender in sight for the Titans.
Man, it looks like Savannah had him just a little bit all over the place, and there was a demo that took one of them out, so only 2 on the field to even be in a possible zone to save that. And Savannah definitely worked. I mean, the GM is demo, and demos are definitely part of the equation for Savannah Phantoms when it comes to some of their victories. Fighter Vet trying to take it off the wall, looking to do something possibly, but it gets too far away from him. An awkward catch from User. Just in time to recover, out to DJ. It's looking to the backboard, but Rule gets there in time, but it's a drop down. Nice save from Sangani, sends it out to the corner. Keeps it from sitting too far in front of the net, and Chicago unable to get that opportunity for a goal. It's just a little bit back and forth now after Savannah's put it awkward. Wait, Sangani looking for a wonderful pinch, but a great save coming from DJ as it pops right back out into the hands of Rule to put another dagger in on to the net of Chicago Titans.
Another goal comes through, a 4-1 lead now for the Phantoms. We saw 2 close games in games 1 and 2, but now we find ourselves in a little bit of a slaughter this time around. The Savannah Phantoms on fire, and with so much time left, there is obviously hope on the side of the Chicago Titans. But by the same token, Savannah could just keep adding on to this lead more and more. But the Devils coming through in number could make things awkward for the Phantoms. Fighter Vet on the respawn has a challenge against 1. Double opportunity denied by Sangani. Taking it into the corner. Now here comes DJ. Space to work with and boost in the tank. Looking to go solo up against Rule. What a great 50 to keep it out wide. The Titans continue pushing forward. They haven't been able to find their way through, but look at this passing play coming through from the Titans. That is a dirty play.
That was so gross. User to the backboard right to Tashag, who set it right out to DJ. Snuck it to the corner. Rule just unable to snag it in time. And it slips through. It gives Chicago another goal on the board now, shortening that gap between the score. They're only down by 2 and plenty of time on the board. They have every much so an opportunity to get it tied up or even take a lead here. Sangani, though, maybe an opportunity for a pass. User quick to shut that down. Tries to scramble, maybe an opportunity to get there. Rule rotating left and right and been a beast on defense tonight. A couple of wonderful pass play angle shots that they've had too from Savannah, and I have to say that if we were looking at possible MVP from anybody right now, my eyes would be possibly set on Rule.
An argument can certainly be made, but he's got to continue putting that effort together because, I mean, as valuable as he's been, he has to continue putting up that kind of level of a performance in order to get his team across the finish line. And there is still time in this game for the Titans to fight back, especially when DJ is feeling as good mechanically as he has been. But there's no challenge, and bumps are being attempted, by Fighter Vet. DJ looks to go solo, does get bumped off the play. That is a great opportunity coming through, and now it's just going to be a wide open net. It's not on target, but Sangani makes sure it is. That is a great read upfield, and again, the lead is back up to 3.
It's just been assist after assist play after assist play tonight. The chemistry from these teams extremely, extremely strong. It's put Savannah in a little bit of a further lead than any of the other games have been. Like we said earlier, in the first game was a 1-goal deficit. Second game, another one just short off. And now Savannah has a pretty large lead as we're now underneath a minute left. They're looking to get it even bigger, but it's saved. What a insane double save it looked like coming out from the team of Chicago. That would have been a deadly shot, putting a 6-1 on the board. Chicago, though, scrambling back, looking to get one in, but a nice clear out. Savannah not wanting to let anything else slip through as the clock ticks down. We're getting to the last 30 seconds left, and Chicago needs to have something happen if they want to have an opportunity to still win this game.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a miraculous effort coming through from them, especially because they're still pinned back into their own half. This one is basically as good as done. They're pinned in their own half. They can't seem to break out. It's a 3-goal deficit. This is absolutely game number 3 going to be in favor of the Phantoms. At minimum 5-2. We'll see if anything else changes in these last few seconds. It will not affect the result of this game, but a goal scored by the Titans would certainly boost the morale at least slightly. User is going to try to set it up from the backward, attempting the double tap. Does have it, actually. That is a beautiful shot from User. It doesn't give the Titans the win, but it certainly is a feel-good moment to try to get their minds right going into game 4.
Still a pretty gross little 0-second goal. No, and honestly, yeah, that would be a nice little confidence booster going into game 4. Just knowing that your mechs are still there, you still have the control. Now it's just working together, possibly getting the opportunity to get the win here in game 4, go to that game 5 decider, and still have an opportunity to take this series.
Absolutely right, yeah. Great goal coming through from User. We'll see if that is just a little bit of a momentum swayer, but, I mean, let's just look at the facts here. The Phantoms were in control for a vast majority of that game. It was an early goal scored by the Titans, sure, but outside of that, everything just started flowing for Savannah. They went up big. They kept a large lead. The 0-second goal is, it is what it is. I mean, look at the hat trick of assists coming through from Sangani. Look at the hat trick of saves coming through from Rule. Fighter Vet getting one of every single stat in addition to Sangani. That was a complete team effort on the side of the Phantoms, and if they perform like that again in Game 4, we could be seeing an early end of the series.
Yeah, we definitely could be seeing an interesting turn of events, but User, if they pull out any bit of those incredible mechs that they just did at the last second, you know, enough consistency. I saw a lot of games of pros just winning with lots of just consistent backboards, double touches, angles, redirects, just anything that can get through any angle is all it can take, and it's enough consistency. We'll just have to see what Chicago can bring to the table here in Game 4 after Savannah feeling extremely confident.
Right way off kickoff, Fighter Vet was pressuring, but DJ does have the read and does beat Rule to the ball as well. As a pass in field towards User is looking to set up a double again. Sangani is low on boost, but still somehow gets a touch on that ball, denying User of another double tap opportunity. But look at this corner read from Tisheg. They are just pressuring forward. The Titans are so hot early on in these games, but they have to be able to keep the momentum going throughout the rest of it. They can't quite break through in this first offensive possession.
Oh, what a touch from Tisheg. It could have been a nice redirect. It was just a little too high. DJ gets a pop up. Rule pre-jump there to meet him early enough. User gets beat by Sangani, who's trying to work something through. It's just back and forth over the center line right now as one of these teams gets it over. It's a possible redirect. Tisheg just a little too shy, but that would have been a nice shot for Chicago to get another early goal like they have been in the last 2 games, maybe asserting some dominance there. But Sangani to the backboard, could be a quick follow. DJ, nice redirect. nothing too early like we were seeing in the first couple games here in Game 4. Both teams seem to be understanding each other's confidence with each other, I guess you could say, and how much strength they have when they work with each other.
Yeah, adjustments are starting to be seen. You know, we're starting to see the defenses play a lot more confidently and a lot more competently as well. We're not seeing, you know, people play boost over ball or anything like that. The defenses are certainly locking things down. I believe this is the first game where we've gone 90 seconds without a goal. So it's impressive to see the defense is starting to show up, and you got to wonder maybe the offenses might be slowing down just a little bit as well. I'm not exactly sure. That's up to the players to decide. But at present, again, we are still in a deadlock at 0 as Rule wins the 50. It's a wonderful opportunity out in front of net, but there is no shooter. And Sangani does just gets destroyed on that 50 by Tasheg. Rule now into the corner, up against User, wins the 50 hard towards the midfield line, and there comes the shot just above net. DJ, though, is going to be red. What a shot from Rule. Cleared out wide by the defense. FighterVet, though, still there, putting on the pressure as Tasheg will get the clear.
That was crazy. That was a hard angle. What a save from DJ, who managed to keep that one away. And right now, Savannah's not letting up offense, still battering the defense. There's a possible opportunity out to FighterVet. What a save, though. Chicago still not letting anybody from Savannah sneak one through just yet. And you were saying offense was slowing down. I do think that offense is slowing down, but at times when they do get those bursts of energy, it's working their way through the defense. But even then, defense is feeling extremely confident and comfortable. They're consistent. It's a brick wall, more like concrete, until it gets broken down just a little bit. And Sangani slips one through while I was talking about a brick wall. And yeah, that's on me. That was a good goal from Sangani.
The element of surprise on that shot, certainly an unorthodox shot, not one that the Titans were expecting to come through, but now they have to answer, and it might just be an answer right now. It's a pass over towards DJ, shot on target, saved off the bar in the post. User can't get around to it. What a save by the Phantoms to maintain their lead as Sangani looks to break out in transition. It is to the backboard. Is there a shooter? It is Rule. Over towards the net, just too high. No rebound opportunity for FighterVet. But man, what a defensive effort coming through from the Phantoms to ensure that that lead is still safe.
Looks like User was trying to get a nice far downfield. An awkward pinch could have put it. It's just to the sidebar, and Tasheg just a little shy off to the right side, and just a little bit to the left. That would have went right on through, and a tie goal would have happened. But it looks like Chicago is playing extremely well on offense. It's just trying to get through and get the angles, not hit the sidebars. And DJ playing extremely confident on their own. They've had a couple of solo plays tonight. User could have an opportunity for a follow, just a little shy, but it's just off to the side and slips right beside and behind Rule, who was sitting awkward on defense, and that's the tie. There's a lot of ones on the scoreboard right now. This could be Chicago's opportunity.
That was so tough on the side of FighterVet. Just could not get the read off the backboard. DJ punishes it with a tough shot on net. Now the kickoff, kept neutral. User looking to show off the mechs like he did at the end of last game. That is 50 just out wide by FighterVet. Sangani, though, read by Tasheg. Rule into the corner, just being chased by Tasheg, and the boost is taken away as well, but cleared over towards the midfield line. Now User is to play back. Sangani with a shot, saved off the bar. DJ can't make a turn, instead it's Rule on the pop-up. Has boost to work with, over the top of two defenders, has the reset as well, looks to take it to the house, but cannot quite go through on his own. Sangani another shot, redirected up top by DJ. Pressure coming through from the Phantoms, and roughly 30 seconds left to go. This truly is anyone's ball game.
Right now, it's a tie game, 30 seconds left. Chicago needs to be the one to put it through, though, and get that lead if they want to have an opportunity for a decider. If not, Savannah getting that one goal could be the game for the series. So Chicago definitely needing this more than Savannah do right now if they want to stay alive. FighterVet not making it easy, though. It gets cleared out right into the hands of DJ, though, who does get an opportunity for a follow if they can get the pass. Rule's not going to make it easy. It's hot potato again, but it goes down for a Game 4 overtime. Any one of this goal could be the decider for the series, or the decider for Game 5 decider, and it's Rule who puts it through. That's the decision maker goal, a 3-second overtime goal to take the series. Savannah running away with it in Game 4.
That is a heartbreaker for the Titans to be so close, and that is how the series ends. That is brutal and unfortunate for the Titans, but in the end, it is still a victory, nonetheless, coming through on the side of the Savannah Phantoms. They are now 2-0 on the night in terms of streamed matches, with their with their premier team getting a victory, and now the pro team getting a victory as well. Extremely close games mostly throughout the course of this series, but in the end, it is still the Phantoms to take away the win.
Man, that was a really good set of games, though. Chicago was playing really well. They were not wanting to go away easy, and it's just an unfortunate 50 in the middle on overtime that slips it through and gets the game 3 seconds in, and it came from Rule. I have to say, what a set of events. Well, Master, thank you so much for joining me. If anybody wants to go continue to follow Savannah Phantoms, they're supposed to be, well, you got 2 more after this, right?
Yes, I do. I have the Novice matchup up next at 9:15, and then we have the World Class matchup at 10 o'clock. So if you guys want to follow the Savannah Phantoms, see if all their stream matches today can be victories over the Titans, please do follow at twitch.tv/K4McMaster. That is where everything is being hosted on my side of things. Thank you, Nuki, for giving me the opportunity to be able to promote that real quick.
Yeah,
but thanks for having me on as well.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a series and a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course. And everybody, if you want to go follow more Chicago Titans matches, go check out AK__M on Twitch as well to go keep up with them. But stick around. We've still got 2 more matches tonight for our Novice and World Class tier. Don't go anywhere. CSA, we'll be right back.
And activated. All right, perfect. That ran exactly how it should, and Savannah's just killing it. That's what we like to see.
Oh snap, we have no cameras. That's okay. Guys, we had a little bit of a switch up in schedule. Some things happened, but now we have a little bit of a new matchup. We have Akron Kings versus New Orleans Nightmares for a novice tier. We are starting a little bit we're starting a little bit later than I was expecting to, but we're gonna get right underway here. I'm with Contra. Contra's gonna be so awesome as to cast with me tonight. Are you ready?
I hope I'll be awesome. I think I'm ready for this matchup.
So I've got go ahead and put let them know which team to join on blue. Put New Orleans on orange real quick, just so you know. I forgot to let them know which ones to join. I can swap either way, but we'll let them know that. And we're gonna get underway here. We'll get them underway because I don't want them to have to wait for too long, as it took a little bit longer than expected to get started here. But still a best of 5 up against these two awesome teams who decided to hop on stream and play for us tonight. And it's going to be a great matchup. Thank you so much, Contra, for joining me. This is going to be good. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. As Deso's going to start it off the back wall, he looks for a round Geo. Can't do so, so it's going to have to be Jack. He plays it right side. Low boost, though, so just has to back off of it. Savage tries to play it off this corner, tries to follow. I think you're going to see a lot of this out of the New Orleans team. Just pressure, pressure, and pressure again. As Carl now, he tries to shoot it on target, top corner and in. What a shot from Carl.
Crazy set of events tonight. I accidentally had a pro tier that thought they were playing, and it was on me. I had it all confused and mixed up. That is terribly my fault, guys. I'm trying to get this organized, and hopefully everything will be running smoothly again later on. But we'll see. Let's see here. Akron already kicking off an early goal lead. New Orleans gonna have to see how they can do here. It looks like Jack gonna take possession off the sidewall. Gonna try and get over to Hazard. Does get it down just a little too early. It could be off the sidewall. Geo quick to clear it out. It's out to Hazard again. He takes their turn for possession. And it's out to the sidewall again. A little bit of back and forth with Akron taking the first goal.
Yeah, Akron did a good job of putting that on target, specifically Carl, top corner. That's a hard shot to stop. It was with a lot of power as well, but it's hard to replicate. You need the pass, you need the shot to come through, and right now it feels like they're on the back foot just a little. Still in the lead. Carl now plays it out mid. Deso tries to pass it back down. Maybe a shot. No, it's just going to be off the back wall. Hazard pushes out for this. They're letting the pressure come. They're handling it well. Savage now tries to force it mid. It's just going to be Deso. Deso once again follows. A nice touch from him. Carl trying to lead the charge on offense. Can't do much with it. Jack, though, his shot on target, denied on the goal line. This time, it's saved away. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! I think that was an own goal pinch. I think that was a little awkward. Yeah, it went to Deso out to, I couldn't see who that was.
I believe it was Jack.
Jack, yeah,
Jack
put it right in.
Rushing back on defense, the 50 caught him out, and it goes straight into his car, unable to deny the own goal. It finds the bottom corner with pace. So far, Akron scoring both of their goals. Now it's going to be Savage. He has it mid. Geo unable to get a touch. Hazard's low in net, so a shot on target's going to be in at that top left corner. Always beckoning. This time Jack makes up for his previous mistake.
A nice angle of a double touch just up to the top left corner. Slips it right on through. Akron taking a 1-goal lead, 2-1 now up against New Orleans. And gotta say, pretty good matchup right here going on to the mainstream after a terrible mess up on my part. They're playing extremely well, putting on quite a show, and it's not too far of a lead from each other right now. Both of these teams making each other work. There was an open opportunity. Nobody from nobody from Akron quick to follow up on that, and New Orleans playing dangerous territory right now in the front of the net.
Yeah. And it feels like it's been Akron's game to lose. They keep putting dangerous opportunities on target, even on the other end. And, you know, I said earlier it was hard to replicate that top corner. Well, they did it again with a different player. And on the side of New Orleans, it's hard to replicate an own goal out of all things. as Savage Gnome now tried to play it midfield. Geo shot, top corner. They just can't miss on either end. What a shot from Geo.
Nice follow-up pass play out from the corner from Savage Gnome to Geo. It's tied. It's tied 2-2 now. 2 minutes left on the clock, and I gotta say, they are not letting each other get too far away from this. They're working back and forth. A quick answer, a quick response from each other without letting the other team get too far ahead. They don't want to have to fight to get too far, to fight to catch up. I can't get out before Geo makes a goal, and New Orleans now taking their lead here. 1 minute and 56 seconds left here in game 1 after Akron was in the lead for so much of this game. New Orleans now taking their lead.
Yeah, that was a great play from Hazard specifically. He takes possession there. He makes the defense think they have to go for it. Then he plays it above them. He plays it off the backboard. Very selfless play. Allowed Geo to have what is essentially maybe not an open net, but 75% of that net is open. And that's a shot he's going to bury 9 out of 10 times. Now it's going to be Deso. He tries to follow. Geo has it away. Left side, air dribble, showing off the mechanics, looking for one more, but just has to leave it. Jack now, right side. He passes one. Hazard is going to have it to the left wall. Tries to stay on it. Midfield, Carl. Right side. And Savage Gnome just going to take time here. A nice play by him just to take the 50. Geo now tries to follow. Unable to make contact with it, so it's going to have to be Jack. He looks for a reset. Unable to get it. Plays it low to Deso. A nice save from Hazard, but still in front of net. The top left corner. Thought it was going to be found again, but they managed to send away the danger. Still on defense, Savage Gnome has it away this time. Carl, a strong touch, looking, one more, another strong touch. Savage Gnome, left side, into the corner. It gets stuck there for a couple of moments until finally it's cleared again. Now, in front of net, Carl will have it away, but they need to get into offense. They do so. It's a nice 50. Savage Gnome, he spawned. Carl thought he was going to make a touch on it. Eventually he does, but it's for Jack's touch instead. What a save by Savage Gnome. Still, 30 seconds remain. Deso, he tries to play it mid. Carl, he looks to turn on it. Takes a 50, takes possession into the corner. 20 seconds now. Savage Gnome, he plays an air dribble. Tries to get one more. Deso takes time with it. Trying to follow. Denied by Hazard. And still, with 15 seconds remaining, they're looking for offense, but they can't seem to get it. Geo just playing with them, taking his time. Carl now, his shot denied by Hazard. Almost 0-second drill. Still bouncing. 0 seconds now found. Jack, he tries to play it over Carl. Carl, shot, on target, bump from Deso, doesn't come through. Jack still keeps it alive. Now it's going to be Deso. They double commit. Jack's going to have to be the one to keep it alive, and he can't. New Orleans steal game 1.
That was crazy, especially after Akron had a lead for so long, where they were holding it strong too. They weren't wanting to let that one get out of their grip, and New Orleans came right in. It's back-to-back 2-goal, and that was all it took. Took it right out of the hands of Akron. Now we're going to have to see how Akron responds after being so aggressive and confident at the start of game 1. New Orleans just, man, what a game. They performed extremely well, and now we're going to have to see if New Orleans are going to run with that momentum here into the second game.
Yeah, and on the side of Akron, it started off great, but then you get that unfortunate own goal. You still manage to get the lead, right? You're able to put another great quality shot top corner, but then the shooting kind of falters a little bit, right? You see some missed opportunities. You see it kind of hitting the ground before it finds the net. And on the side of this New Orleans team, they did a much better job later into the game finding quality opportunities, taking the extra pass, playing it off the back wall to make the defense panic. If New Orleans can keep that up, I think the Akron Kings are in bad times. It's bad news for the Kings.
Yeah, well, definitely. It's definitely going to be a bit of a fight for the Kings, especially since New Orleans seemed to be able to just kind of scramble together right there, the last second, right when they need to, just to sweep away a good game, and that makes a lot of sense. It's definitely what you want to do if you want to run away with that game. So yeah, I'll have to see how they respond going into game 2 here. Both teams gonna definitely be fighting for this next game victory. Looks like we're waiting for possibly a few players
Something's occurring.
on.
players are joining and leaving, which is a sign that somebody did not get the memo that a game was actually starting, as it looks like someone has joined. Are they making a substitute?
Could be what's
No.
happening.
Maybe? Still waiting. Now everybody has decided to just not even join the game, so we're just going to be left in anticipation for a bit here. But speaking of which, last game, 1-goal game, extremely close. I think you could see this game go either way, but New Orleans started off a bit slower, but then they started to heat up at the end. I don't know if they'll start hot this game or if that's going to be a reoccurring theme where New Orleans, you know, they start off a bit slow and then they start to heat up. While on the Akron Kings side, I think what they need to focus on is keeping possession, because they're having a decent amount of opportunities on the ball, but they're not doing much with it. They'll at the end there, I think it was very promising at the 0-second mark when they started passing. It started to look dangerous, but then they just got a little panicked and a little overcommitted. But overall, I think you could definitely see a much stronger game coming out from the Kings.
Were they waiting? They might have been waiting for us to tell them to load in again. It kind of looks like that might have been on. I might have not communicated. They were good to just load right in after that next match, and they might have been waiting on me. That's okay. That's okay. We got him in. Are we missing a player? No, we have all 3 players. I thought I was tripping for a second. We're good to go into game 2. Ooh! Early sneak through. Carl's nuts. Gonna get the first attack for Akron, and that's the first goal going through. Already Akron making an early attack like they did in game 1 here. So already trying to get a response from New Orleans. A little sneaky steal of a game from them in the first place.
Yeah, a nice way to start off strong, but they did this last time. They need to keep the pressure going. They need to not let their foot off the gas, otherwise New Orleans will punish, just like last time. Now Carl, he'll have it on target. A nice strong shot, but denied by Hazard. Right side now, looking one more. He's trying to get it around Carl. Gets a demo instead. You could get it around Carl if Carl isn't on the field, and he does just that. Savage Dome now to the right side, but Carl now, he's finally responded and finally getting on the ball. Gio, he'll play it high. Looking one more in field off the sidewall. Oh my goodness. Almost found a crazy double tap angle off of the pre-flip. Now it's going to be Savage Gnome. Tries to put it on target. Double commit. Gio momentarily has an opportunity. Plays it low. Maybe to a teammate. No. Deso is there first. Now Deso trying to follow. It's on target. Double commit. Shot. Off target. They didn't play it though. Now Carl, he forces a 50. Still a dangerous position. Gio, he tries to look infield. Just pancakes the ball against the back wall though. Doesn't end up well. Carl, his touch goes backwards to Jack. Jack taking time. Savage Dome now, left side, tries to follow, looking, needs one more. Shot, not going to happen, denied, and still a 1-goal lead for the Kings.
Yeah, if Akron can hold on to this 1-goal lead through this entire matchup, it'd definitely be pretty good. It'd be tough though, because I know New Orleans isn't gonna make it easy for them. They're gonna be responding quickly. Already Savage Dome trying to put another one on the shot. Hazard trying to get a good pinch out, and it's kind of got Akron back on defense a little bit. Jack, though, looking to respond, comes off the ceiling, looking to get something disgusting going, and it's just a little shy. What a save from, I believe that was Gio, who put it right into the sidebar. That's a nice little, nice shot, but a wonderful save to keep another goal from going in, and Hazard is going to get their quick response for New Orleans, tying the game up 1-1.
Yeah, you see Gio just running up front, playing the O-line, just demos the defense, and Hazard plays it off the back wall to himself, gets the double tap, able to tie it up. Now Hazard, he has it. Jack's going to play it off the back wall. Savage, a big 50 at midfield. Pans out over to Jack once again. Now it's going to be Carl. He tries to be up for it quickly, but denied by Hazard. Savage Gnome now. Awkward touch to make. He makes it, though. Plays it down to Gio as well. A nice passing play to relieve themselves out of defense, and into offense they go. Savage Gnome tries to play it bottom corner, but Carl just has it denied. Now it's going to be Deso on target. Gio needs to swat that one away, and he does so. Gets it over another. Now, touch on target. No, it's off the back wall. Deso will have it into the corner. Savage Dome. He plays the 50. Hazard over to Savage. No. Denied. Gio off this corner. Tries to follow it. Looks for the double. They double commit instead. It's going to be an open net. He leads the way, and Savage Dome strikes the ball into the back.
What a play, giving New Orleans another lead, and they're getting them just right there, kind of near the end of the games as the clock gets past halfway through. And at that point, it's just all about holding defense to let the clock tick down, make everybody scramble. And with New Orleans holding this lead so far, they could get another one. Gio sends it up, a waterfall opportunity, but nobody from New Orleans follows as Carl gets a wonderful clear away. Tries to follow it up. A possible shot opportunity. Slips it past one, but a wonderful save from Gio keeps it alive.
Yeah, nice save from Gio there to keep the lead alive. Now it's going to be Carl. Takes it to the left side, trying to connect with Jack, but these cherry pick opportunities have not been the play on the side of the Kings. It feels like when the cherry picker's upfield and gets denied the ball, it causes a double commit because the man who's passing is also too far upfield, and it's causing these overcommits to keep coming through on the side of the Kings, while New Orleans is very happy to just take the pressure, take the time that comes with it. But just as I say that, Hazard, a bit of a mistouch, and it leads to Carl finding the back of the net.
We're tied up here again. A minute left on this clock. And 60 seconds is not a lot of time, but it can be a lot of time in Rocket League when it only takes 3 seconds from kickoff for the ball to get to the back of the net. So it's anybody's game still. One goal could be the decider, and it's heading that way for Carl, but an unfortunate ping off the crossbar keeps the ball from hitting that back of that net, and that would have been a decider, possibly a great 50 from Savage Dome. And Carl just trying to get an opportunity, a possible pass out, gets it to the backboard, but a wonderful save, and they are not going to see it happen. New Orleans scrambling on defense, but they're not letting anything get through just yet, trying to get something working for them. A great follow from Savage Dome. It could be New Orleans opportunity. Contra, this has been a crazy matchup, and we're already tied as an opportunity could come again, and Jack hitting a gorgeous double tap to put Akron in the lead.
Jack lays down the hammer. He nails it through, just double taps it. Nobody home for the New Orleans Nightmares. And a lead comes through for the Kings in the final sparks of this game. Can there be magic? Or will it be a tied series? Carl now, he's not going to let there be any magic. He puts it top corner once again, doubles the lead. The New Orleans Nightmares will have to go back to the drawing board.
12 seconds left and a 2-goal lead. That's a little bit of a different story with three people all trying to get the ball into different nets, or 6 people trying to get but an open opportunity. Gio almost made me eat my words, as that ball could have went right on through. There would have been just a little bit of time left, but it looks like Akron gonna run away with game 2. Series score now being tied. It's now looking to be a game 4 decider, could be even a game 5. It's looking to be a good matchup.
For sure. And I think the difference this game is that Akron, they started how they finished. They played the exact same way throughout. There wasn't any hesitation anymore. There wasn't any complacency. They took their opportunities. They shot the ball well enough. They're able to keep the pressure going, and you can see the shot difference here. 12 shots to 7. If I do my math correctly, as you know, the business major I am, that is a 5-shot difference. That is huge, especially when all those shots are consolidated to one person. If that one person is not shooting well, you're most likely not going to win the game. While if it's more spread out, it gives everyone a piece of the pie, gives everybody an opportunity to shine. It also helps with the mental-wise, everybody being happy that, you know, getting on the board is something to get happy about. And really, the biggest opportunity this game for New Orleans came after some bumps came through. It came after some demos came through. Whereas last game, it wasn't it wasn't the same. You know, they were finding it off the back wall. They were finding passes to each other. It seems like New Orleans kind of switched up their style a little bit there in game 2.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a bit of a different side of New Orleans, both Akron and New Orleans. But we're seeing a different side of Akron too, with their full offense swap. But New Orleans was definitely trying to do exactly what they did do in game 1 and sneak that win through at the last second. Jack trying to get an early one for Akron, but just unable to get through, as that crossbar and sidebar seems to be everybody's best friend for where they want to hit the ball. It's just the game of Rocket League.
Yeah, you know, I have a famous phrase. I'm not sure how famous it is, but I like to say the 4th defender is the post, the 5th defender is the crossbar, the 6th defender is the opposite post, and the 7th defender is time, with the other 3 defenders being the people on the field. I'm sure they'll catch on one day. Very, you know, has a jingle to it. Anyways, Jack's trying to play it around Savage Gnome, but Savage Gnome doesn't allow him to. Off the back wall, it's going to be Carl. Carl looking to follow into this right side. He's looking to give chase, but just bumps one off the back wall instead. Savage Gnome plays it off his own back wall, and this is a good opportunity. Deso tries to place it bottom corner. Maybe he was trying to get it to Jack. Hard to tell. It didn't work out either way. Gio now, he tries to play it above. He does get it above Deso, but a little awkward. The touch got a little away from him. Now Jack, he plays it over. Carl, back of the net, can't find it. Gio comes diving through, and he's been good on this goal line, but still, New Orleans has to get out of defense if they want a chance to start getting some goals on offense.
A powerful banger right back down into the hands of Carl, who was trying to get enough possession, but man, New Orleans just not letting anybody breathe or have some time with the ball. It's back and forth, and I will say it gives everybody an opportunity for pass plays. Bang it one person, bang it to another one, and get it to the net. You got to be able to weave between all 3 players in the field, and the teams are definitely doing their best they can, and the first weave's gonna make its way through as Savage Gnome gonna capture a weird little pass off the backboard from Gio, and that's gonna put New Orleans up. First goal in this game for game 3, as we're still plenty of time left. Akron could get one in, but we were seeing them get held off, or I think it was Akron holding off New Orleans in game 2 for quite a while, so anybody can hold defense just to hold a 1-game victory. We'll have to see how they respond.
Yeah, that last play was all about misdirection. Gio, he faked under one, it goes to the back wall, and then Savage Gnome, his shot, he decided to delay it just slightly. It threw off the pre-jump diving save from the defense. And speaking of a shot, Hazard finding the bottom corner here off the post. Nice shot from him to catch out the defense. A nice pass as well from Gio off the sidewall. Nobody expecting it. Jack left alone in defense, and he couldn't stop it. They double the lead. New Orleans looking to take game 3.
Pinch for a good 50 could give it an early goal opportunity for Akron, and that's exactly what it's gonna do. Carl's Nuts sent it over to the side. Hazard just a little bit of an awkward 50 between Deso, and that one is that Deso? Yeah, Deso into Carl's Nuts, giving them a goal on that board now, not 0 down, which is very good. A little bit of a less 2-goal gap, and less time they have to waste climbing to try and get that lead. It gets out from Hazard to Jack, trying to get that second touch, just unable to do so. It's out to Carl, sends it to the sidewall. Jack low on boost, not going to get there in time. Gio quick to follow it up. Right now, Akron battering the defense of New Orleans, not wanting to let anybody have an opportunity to send it down over into Akron's side of the field and put them on pressure.
Yeah, and that last goal, you know, a kickoff goal is always something that shoots the wind out of the sails of the team with momentum, right? Unless you're on the side of, you know, getting the kickoff goal. And so it was a huge goal for Akron to get there. You needed to stop the bleeding. You needed to start feeling like, you know, the other team had a little less momentum. You guys were starting to get shots on target. You guys were starting to get goals. So a kickoff goal is a great way to do that. Now on the other end, they tied it up. Carl's Nuts catches out the defense. They overcommitted, and he punishes.
Carl Nuts capturing it right off the sidewall, and Jack being friendly, let them get the goal. I would do the same thing, you know, good sportsmanship with your own teammates. No, I'd steal it. That's okay. Deso trying to
I would
get...
as well.
See, we're on the same page here. We're Rocket League players. Hazard, maybe an opportunity, gets it past one. Carl captures it early, and Gio stalls all momentum. And looks like they got a little bit awkward there. Could have had an opportunity for a shot. But now it's tied at goal, or tied on the goals right now. It's 2-2, and a minute and 22 seconds left. Anybody's game here, as we could be going to overtime if both of them decide that they don't want to get a goal right now.
But it hasn't been that way. Most of the time, it's been decided in regulation at the last moments. It happened in game 1, happened in game 2. Will we see our first overtime? It feels like the series is leading at least to 1 overtime, but Carl's nuts trying to deny that. He puts it top shelf. Another one for Carl.
A good old sinker. A nice pass off the backboard. And Carl put some heat on that one. Was unable to get up there in time. Hazard was unable to get up there in time. Couldn't jump up just in time. And Akron looking to get this game, and they're not wanting to let New Orleans run away too far after they snuck in and got the first game. Akron took the second. Now they're trying to keep that momentum running with them, and I think it might be paying off. Carl going to take one really far. It could be just over Savage Gnome's head. No, but it is going to still be an opportunity for Deso. But a save from Gio. What a slip through. That was an incredible save to keep that one from going through and get a 2-goal lead from Akron. Now New Orleans has just enough time and more time to get an opportunity to respond. We'll have to see what they do here, as it is going to be just a little bit awkward. Deso taking it downfield, a pass out to Hazard, but Jack quick to respond and clear it out. Conjure, it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close. That Geo save keeps them in it, but you can't just be in it. You need to be in it to win it, as they say. You need to find a goal here and now. With 10 seconds remaining, they're looking infield. Savage Gnome, though, has to keep this one alive. Tries to play it midfield to Gio. Shot on target. Jack has it away into the right corner. 0 seconds. Jack pinches it all the way down. Will it stay up? No, it won't. And the Kings able to get the game, able to get the series lead. They needed that one, it felt like, especially because it was a huge swing game in terms of momentum, right? You see New Orleans get up 2 goals immediately, and then a 3-goal comeback all of a sudden, sparked by Carl. I would like to say, perfect hat trick. He did not miss a beat. Every opportunity he got, found the back of the net. The Kings needed a player to step up. It seemed like Carl was that guy.
Oh yeah, Carl did a great job. Was also the MVP in game 2 as well when they took that one. And I have to say, I think they were definitely rallying together. Carl also being the team captain for Akron, so I'm sure he's probably working well with his teammates. And the chemistry is definitely something I'm starting to see, and I definitely want to point out the chemistry right now extremely high. Not speaking anything against New Orleans chemistry, they're definitely still working together, and they're not, letting Akron get too far ahead of them, get too far in the lead. They're still putting on pressure and not just sitting nilly-willy, but Akron just working together a little bit more and capitalizing on every opportunity that they can to get this lead is definitely what's put them in a better position.
Yeah, for sure. And, we talked about complacency on the side of the Kings earlier, but New Orleans, it seemed like they got a little complacent last game, right? You get that 2-goal lead and you kind of sit on it. You stop being as risky. You stop taking as many opportunities. You stop trying to, win out the play outright, right? You lose a little bit of focus, but you're able to come into this game 4 with a clear head. You're able to have a clean slate even. You have still a chance of this series. You need to focus on that. Hazard now. He tries to play the 50. It goes out to Deso, though. Bottom shelf. Almost found, but Gio on the goal line. He has been so important for New Orleans to hold on. We saw the best save he had last game, but overall, just on the goal line, Gio has been making some incredible saves. Now they're going to try to get it into offense. Can he start punishing on offense? No. Jack now. He tries to play it around Gio. Denied. Carl just plays it downfield, though. Jack pops it high. Hazard will have a nice touch from him off this sidewall. Is going to allow Gio into the play. Allow Savage Gnome now into the play with 100 boost. He's going to look to this back wall. He's going to look for the double. Denied by Jack. Back and forth gameplay, but still 0-0.
And now Akron right now seems to be, putting New Orleans on their toes. They're kind of holding them at the goal line. It's just now Gio getting opportunity. A little flick. Could have been going for a demo to take Deso out, but Deso got up there just in time. Savage Gnome just puts it off the crossboard, and that would the backboard, and that would have been an opportunity for Akron to possibly slip one through. A little bit different starting off game 4 than we've seen in the last couple games. Everybody was so aggressive kicking it off in the last couple games, but this one, no goals for the first 2 minutes so far of this, and I could be eating my words if Jacko was about to do something disgusting, and Carl's Nuts could be the next one to do it. And Gio will clear out. No, we're first 2 minutes in, no goals in game 4 so far.
Yeah, Jack almost pulling out that signature double tap. If you see Jack up in the air, make sure you got at least 2 people on your back wall. Otherwise, it might just be straight into your net. Gio now, he plays it off the sidewall, tries to play it to a teammate, Savage Gnome, forcing this into the corner. Seemed a little awkward though. Still, they get there, but Jack, top left corner. Woo. The Kings can't stop finding it. The top left corner just seems to be their friend today. Jack, what a shot.
That was a good angle for sure. I have to say that they're capturing the angles, good redirects, and the consistency on those is definitely what you need. You need to be able to put that in and have confidence that where you're putting the ball is going to be where it needs to go. Jack looking for another deadly double, but it's just going to be a little shy. Savage Gnome's turn to respond. All 3 players working downfield, trying to get an open opportunity, and it's going to work for them. New Orleans getting their responding goal. It's 1-1 here, and we're just under half of a game left here in game 4. New Orleans, they're the team that need this win for this series game if they want to have an opportunity to take the series still. Akron, though, they're going to be gunning for it. This could be their walk away right here, right now. So both teams on the field playing for everything in a sense.
Yeah, and once again, close games, but then a team, usually in the last minute runs away with it. Carl, a huge save on the goal line. That was necessary that he got a touch, and he's done so there. Still, Gio demoed, so it's going to be Dessa with 100 boost. Out to Jack. Jack, he's been so dangerous. Can he find one more? No, now it's Savage Gnome. He's diving for the save. He's gotten the save. Gio, touch, down to Hazard. Hazard, also, I would like to point out, has a card change. He was originally an Octane, now he's in the Finnick. I really haven't noticed the difference. Maybe it's a difference in his head. Who knows? Gio plays it back wall. Desso unable to make the touch. Jack to this side wall. Savage Gnome banged it hard, but Desso finds Jack in the wing. He's been so dangerous. The top corner was found again. This time Savage Gnome covers it. Carl could have been an opportunity if it was on target. Doesn't manage to do so. Desso unable to find the ball. Jack's going to play it high. Who's going to be first? It's going to be Savage. He plays it right corner, looking to follow. One more touch to him. He's able to get it. Jack now keeps it against the sidewall. Hazard plays it high. Jack, he's looking. One more touch. 50 comes through. Now it's got to be Savage. He decides to leave it though. Gio, he's been a hero on the goal line. Can he find it in offense? He gets a bump, looks for a midfield. Hazard takes his time, just toying with them. They're waiting patiently. Desso has done so well. Air dribble, can't get around Gio fully. Still Jack found on the wing. Looking, one more. No, denied by Savage Gnome. 40 seconds remaining. Both teams looking for an icer. And has Gio done it? He has. He finds the goal in the last 40 seconds of the game.
That was something that New Orleans were needing. It was a heat-seek need right then and there. They had to get that, as now they have plenty, if you might say, just not a lot of time that they would have to hold defense to keep this lead and have a game 5 decider. And they're searching to maybe put another one through, but a pinch going far, it could, Akron was looking for putting one through, and a pinch could go far to put New Orleans in a further lead. Wait, Carl quick to respond. It's out to Gio, sends it down to Savage Gnome, who does stall it down, but nobody else except I guess Hazard was able to get there in time. It's just trying to get maybe another one in the lead. It's ticking down. 10, 9, 8, and New Orleans are looking for that game 5 decider right now.
Yeah, it's a 0-second drill. Jack tries to keep it alive. He gets a good 50. This could be a shot from Carl. He puts it on target. Savage off the post. Carl needed to put more power behind it. I think he had a flip. Decided not to use it. Wanted to just put it on target. And what a game from Savage Gnome. Really putting the team on his back with that one. 6 saves. Insane performance from Savage Gnome to keep New Orleans' hopes in this series alive and to send them to game 5.
Yeah, I gotta say that was a really good response from Gio and Savage Gnome working together on New Orleans there to get the response that they really needed to get into Game 5. They have just as much of an opportunity now, and now both teams are on a level playing field, but they have both of the exact same drive and want for winning this next game, and that is to take the series and walk away with that. I'm curious on how their other previous matches went, since this is their second match for this week of matches. So I'm curious on if this is their either one of those second victory tonight. We'll have to see how they respond in Game 5 here, Condra.
Yeah, Game 5, Champions Field. You win, you get 5 points. If you lose, you only go home with 2. Huge swing, especially at the start of the season. Would like to start off with 2 wins, or at least a win. Both teams searching for it, but only one team gets to get it. And bragging rights are on the line. Maybe even more important than the points. And Carl's nuts really wants those bragging rights. Finds the back of the net through a great pass from Deso.
Carl's nuts gonna be the first seeker of the goal for Akron with the first 10 seconds in Game 5. Akron already trying to make a good name of saying they want the victory starting out, and it could be another opportunity for them to sneak it through. Deso just puts it a little shy off to the right. I do think Gio would have gotten there either way, so New Orleans already trying to do a good job responding, scrambling together, working well on defense and offense. It's just about getting the ball in there, getting that score up, and it could be an opportunity. Hazard looking for it. A 50 from Savage puts Carl in an awkward position, and Gio is going to get it out to Savage, who gets the light touch to send it in, and that is going to be the team play to put New Orleans tied with Akron on the board.
You can imagine the comms there. Don't save it, don't save it, don't save it. And then he proceeds to steal it, as all Rocket League players would do, except earlier, I believe it was Jack who left it. What a respectful guy. The casting booth and Savage Gnome, not as respectful. But that's okay. As long as your team wins, who cares? They're able to get the goal. They're able to tie the game. Hazard now. He's looking for it off the back wall. Jack has it away. Savage Gnome tries to play it to the sidewall. A great 50 comes through. Gio now. He plays it. Looking. One more. They double commit. It's starting to get a little bit nervous. You could tell both teams know what's on the line. Deso doesn't make contact with it. Jack was ready to play, thankfully. Plays it off the corner. Deso now up. Beat him by Gio. Savage Gnome gets dunked by Carl, a dominant 50, and another shot. No, it just careens across. Gio now, he has it, right side. Savage Gnome, he looks to follow. It's a little past him. Deso takes his time. 100 boost off the sidewall. Gio unable to make contact with it. It has to be Savage Gnome. He's bumped though. Hazard able to pick up on the slack. 100 boost. Plays it under one. A nice fake. Can he get a 50? He can, but it's not the most favorable thing. Still, Gio able to play. Hazard now. Touch. Back wall. Shot. And in! The hero on the goal line has finally found it on the other goal line. The shot finds the back of the net. A nice pass from Hazard. Able to gain the lead for New Orleans.
I have to say, it'll be quite interesting if New Orleans get this opportunity to kind of take this game, run away with the series after scrambling together, getting the opportunity to send it to Game 5. They definitely would deserve it after fighting for it. But Akron's not going to make it that easy. They're still putting on the heat and putting on the pressure. But right now, New Orleans seems to be the ones putting Akron on their toes, had them put right back on defense. Now it's trying to find an opportunity to get the swap. Deso did try and get something, just low on boost. Can't make anything work just yet. As Akron scrambling together, looking to maybe get an opportunity for it. As Hazard gets a nice flick, couldn't get the 50 through. It's just coming off a little shy, but Savage looking to get the bounce. An unfortunate crossbar ping, and Carl able to get behind it just in time. Got the save, snuck it away, but oh no! That would have been the opportunity for Hazard. That was a crazy set of events that happened. New Orleans almost had that with a save from Carl and Akron.
Yeah, but you can't get too antsy now, right? You were so close, but you still have the lead. There's no need to overcommit, no need to feel like you needed to get that goal. But on the other end, Deso, a monster dunk off the crossbar and in, ties up the game. Savage, no, not the touch he wanted. Gets a 50 into the air, and Deso immediately punishes. Up first to it. And is that the moment that they would want back? You think back to the open net opportunity that didn't go across the line for New Orleans. Still a tied game with 2 minutes remaining. Anybody could have it. Deso, a big 50 with Savage Gnome. This time it doesn't find the back of the net. Hazard can't get it past, so Savage Gnome takes his time with it. Both teams don't want to be the one to make the mistake, but who's going to be the one to make the outplay? Carl, shot on target. He wanted to be the one. Can it be Deso instead? It's off the back wall. Savage Gnome has it away to the right wall. Tries to follow Jack now. He has a touch. It goes back to Carl. No, Deso's going to be there first. Left corner, they take time again. New Orleans trying to build pressure, trying to build this attack off of passes, but it goes straight out to Jack. Jack shot on target. Joe again on the goal line. Gets another save. Looks for the busty. Carl's there. He's read it well. Hazard's now there. Deso, he's playing confident. He's playing quick and fast. He plays it out mid. Gio, first to it, gets demoed. Savage Gnome doesn't make contact with it. Could have been a shot, could have been in. Hazard now. It's off the person in front of net. He looks for a mid. Still a tied game.
Deso took one out, looked for a bump. It could be an opportunity. Jack could get there, but what a save from Gio, snuck just in front. The tie game is still sitting while the clock ticks down. Both of these teams not letting anything go. Jack could be slipping it through. What a pre-flip save from Gio, keeping the ball alive, not slipping it back into the net just yet. New Orleans is not wanting to leave this game alone at all, and Akron, neither are they. This is quite an eventful matchup for this evening. Carl, a quick clear on down. Savage Gnome gonna get there to respond and intervene that. Jack looking to get there. Gio put it in a little bit of an awkward position for him, but Jack quick to respond. We're getting down to the last 15 seconds. It's anybody's game opportunity. If one goal goes in, that could be the dagger. Deso stalls it out. It's right into the hands of Jack. Gets the one possible shot, but Savage Gnome redirects it just in time. The clock ticks down. Carl to the backboard. Gio tries to get it away. It's an opportunity for Jack. What a save from Savage Gnome. And if the ball floats, we're going to see a Game 5 overtime.
It feels like New Orleans hanging on by threads. They were zero boost and low boost for so long on the goal line, but they're able to get the saves. They're able to get the important touches, the necessary ones to stay alive in this game. And it feels like now, off a kickoff, they get denied by Carl. Savage plays it around. Looking, one more. Can he be the hero? He gets a good 50 with Deso. Still on target. Gio, zero boost. He gets it around. Jack now is going to be on target again. Savage has to go. Top corner. Denied this time. The post finally stepping in. Still, Jack opportunity. It's going to be to Hazard. Hazard plays it to the side. Gio takes time. And they needed him to take time. He's going into offense. It looks dangerous. Jack has it around though. Takes one more. Still demoed for his troubles. Carl now. Shot. Denied. Jack, 100 boost. He tries to play it mid. No one's there. Deso. He looks to follow. Into the air immediately. Unable to make the touch though. And that overconfidence might be playing through a little bit. Still, they have pressure. They have offense. They're looking to try to get a shot. Takes time with it. Plays it under Hazard. Gio immediately turns on it. This goal line defense from Gio has been insane. The pressure from the goal line. Still Deso. Shot. Denied by Gio again on the goal line. Looks for the 50. Looks for the pinch under. Hazard now. He takes his time with it. Plays it high. One more touch necessary. He gets it, but still Deso first to it. Double tap. Opportunity. Looks for it off the back wall. Carl. Shot denied again by that post. Suddenly, the top left corner doesn't want to be found. No more, it says. Carl now. He tries to play it around. Gio, big 50. Hazard. He looks for it. Still, a minute 40 into overtime. Neither of these teams can be separated.
Want to see if it's going to be an awkward bump that puts it through. What a save from Savage Gnome. Akron definitely putting on the heat right now. It's going to be a possible shot. It's an awkward stall in front of the net. A nice little pop from Savage Gnome keeps it from floating too far into dangerous territory. Deso going to take the opportunity for possession. Takes it low. An awkward bounce. Looks for the demo. A possible bump. Carl's open. And that's the goal. That's the taker. Akron 3-2 in Game 5 with overtime, runs away with the series. New Orleans fought and fought, took us to Game 5, but Akron gonna be the ones to steal it all away.
And who other than Carl? He was the hero for Kings from the beginning. He finds the back of the net once again, and it just felt like a matter of time until the New Orleans goal line defense finally crumbled, until they finally made an overcommit, a double commit, got bumped out of the way. Some form of defense, a defensive lap, sorry. It just felt like it was a matter of time, and Kings finally finding it in overtime. Big win there for the Kings. A big shot, a big time player making a big time play. Carl able to seal that one in game 5.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely incredible game performance from both of these teams, and definitely a well-deserved and incredible matchup that played tonight. I do have to say I'm quite entertained, but Condra, you're still going to be here for the next matchup. We have our world-class tier. We're going to bring on Power. We have Condra coming on still. So don't go anywhere. Our highest tier for CSA is coming back up next. Stick around. We'll see you in a minute.
That shit on the headlight.
Hello, hello. It is me, Power, with the Rochester Renegades here to cast up this match, and I have a very special guest returning on the cast, the GM of the Atlanta Aces. Hello, Condra.
Hello. They gotta be getting sick of me at this point. You know, I've been yapping for quite a while here, as we saw in the last matchup, a Game 5 overtime between New Orleans and Kings. If you missed that, you definitely don't want to miss this one, because it should be just as competitive. But what do you expect out of these teams?
I mean, I casted my World Class earlier today. They were actually... They had a reschedule. They had an earlier game. They did get swept by the Baltimore Boxers, so I'm not going to lie. It was a little shaky of a start, but they've had some time to get off the game, to take the L, think about it, come back stronger, and we will see how they respond. I don't know how your World Class team did earlier with their first series, but I'm feeling more confident heading into this one than the first.
Well, you know, they got an easy 3-0, and by that, I mean they got a forfeit 3-0, you know, so they're really not warmed up. As also, from what I've heard, one of my world-class players is in the stream right now and is telling me that I have been yapping. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. But overall, I think this world-class team should do very well in the preseason. Old Unk me here had to step up and replace Swaz, because Swaz, I believe it was something to do with moving into college. Can't exactly remember, something like that. They went 2-3 with me, Unk, so surely they do well here.
We're winning with Kandra?
They're taking games with Kandra? With me? Me. No.
That's crazy stuff. I can't wait to get into this one. I know the last time we were on the cast together, it was slightly different circumstances. It was end of season 1. We had 2 grand finals on our plates, one of us each getting a chip. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to end it. The most even draw, and I guess this is going to be the grudge match. Who deserves
a tiebreaker? Yeah, we'll go with the tiebreaker. Last season, it was in Novice and Professional. Quite the games, specifically Game 7 OT and Professional. Both matchups were bangers. Both matchups had a lot of ups and downs. As I think we can expect that coming into this series. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or another, as the players seem to be joining it to some extent. I see a new face.
Almost everyone.
One new face. We're still waiting on like 2 more faces, I believe.
They're both your faces. I'm just saying my players are here.
Yeah. I essentially have 3 children on my team. You know, great people, like talking to them, but oh my goodness, is it hard to coordinate. I will say that. It is very hard to coordinate and to get a point across.
Getting world-class players into the lobby is like herding cats, honestly. You would think that these guys know how to join a lobby by now, but...
Yeah, no, for how smart they are in game, sometimes it doesn't feel that way out of game. You know, sometimes
Shots fired. Shots
feels like an uphill battle sometimes, you know. As I believe, like, the average age for my team is about 16.2, maybe 16.3. As
oh no, my team's a lot more unk than that.
As I'm getting it at, wait, no. Oh, okay. Apparently, the average age for my team is way lower. The 16.3. We'll go with like 15.8.
Fact check.
Well,
I need to pull up the sheet and do some caster math.
Am I
Dap,
am I allowed to say your age on stream? Are you okay with that, or would you rather me just keep guessing the age count? I'll wait on a response.
We're getting a live.
a live response.
All right, I'm gonna fact check.
What I say, repeat it. Am I okay to say your like actual age on stream, or would you rather me not? Okay, he said sure, bro. All right, Dap is 14. Drew, I believe, has it in his profile. Yeah, he has it in his profile. Okay, he's 15. And then Swaz is somewhere between like 18 and 20. I don't even know, to be honest. He's supposed to be the unk, the babysitter. But I told him, hey, you want to be captain? And he pawned it off to the 14-year-old. Yeah, Swaz is 18. So I really got quite the young team.
I got the average.
They're laughing at him for being unk right now. That is
got the average age of 21. They're all I mean, average drinking age. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we
And-
trust them to consume alcohol. Surely we trust them to join up in the lobbies.
Yeah. If I have to, this might be a problem. Still waiting on a particular face. His name, I'm not gonna say which one it is, but he may be 15 years old. And if he does not show up, because apparently he's currently driving home from something right now, I will have to sub. And that would be very strange because I'm also in the casting booth currently, so I don't know how that would work.
I could solo cast if need be. Otherwise, we just spam at a few people. Maybe get someone in here. I don't know. We'll vibe it. We'll vibe it. Out.
We'll
we
see.
got
We'll
time.
test the waters.
We do have 5 minutes technically until that decision is needed to be made. Reminder, as a general CSA rule, you have to show up to your match time 15 minutes. If you're not, if you do not have a competing roster in the 15-minute mark, you do forfeit the series.
As they learned earlier, they took a forfeit based off of that. And so I guess I'll have to sub if Drew is not here by 15 minutes. Interesting. Pre-game for myself, quite the mechanical player, quite the the player myself in my own respect. I'm sure you're going to see high-scoring games with no mistakes at all, no awkwardness. Just the perfect player in general, you know what I mean?
Do you have any Premier players around, or did they all dip already?
I assume they all dipped.
That is insane. I mean, you might want to start pinging them, unless if you believe in yourself more so.
I believe in myself somewhat. I mean, after the World Class 2-3, after I subbed in for Swaz, who was the 6th overall pick, by the way, and, it went okay. I got, built the chemistry with the team, as they are still spam pinging Drew, and to no avail.
Yeah, I don't think spam pinging is going to make him drive faster, and even if he was driving faster, I would not recommend it. Please, players.
Well, he is 15. I don't think he's the one
Okay.
driving. Also, Monster would like to be in the casting booth if I do have to play.
Someone send this man a Discord invite.
I will send the man the Discord invite.
Time is ticking down, though. It is 9:12, and I believe we did start the match at a normal time. It's hard to say because
this is
with the stream being delayed technically a little bit, if we didn't start the lobby until 9:03.
This is the most 15-year-old reason ever that he's not here, by the way. I have just been informed that, quote, his fat ass just wanted some ice cream. So they went out to try for ice cream.
This is not real. This is not real. This is genuinely hurting cats.
Oh, apparently it's an invalid invite, the server invite I sent to him. I do not know why.
What a start to the series.
What a start.
Not even game one starting off, not even a kickoff taken, and we already have more content.
It's just invalidated. Can you try to invite Monster by any chance? Power, it is not working for me for some reason.
I can. Let me go grab. Alright, I'm not sure exactly when we did.
Oh, it worked apparently, according to Monster. It should be good now.
Okay. I think he'll have to join just the regular general VC for the staff. I don't think I'll have perms for waiting room unless if you immediately gave him casting roles.
At least now my world-class players know the pain of an average GM, 1% of it, of trying to get your players online and they're just not responding.
It is one of the most stressful things. Oh, an interesting story. Just because we're here and we have time. Earlier in my series, when 2 minutes before we were about to start, the fire alarm in my building went off, and I had to evacuate for 20 minutes.
What the?
During that time, our 4th man subbed in for me at the 14-minute mark to prevent the forfeit, and they swept without me, and I'm the first rounder. So apparently I'm washed, and they don't need me.
Oh yeah. Also, Monster in chat. I've just read up a little bit. He said, "You're not an unk, you idiot. You're like 18." Monster, I hate to break it to you. You're Gramps. I'm Hunk. Yeah. I guess it's gonna be me on that field. If so, all right. All right. Rolling up the sleeves here, leaning in, locked in. Any pre-game interview?
Yeah, sure. Condra, what do you what do you think when you going in and you're subbing? Do you feel like the pressure is completely off and that you actually have like a higher chance from that underdog perspective? Like,
I
would
don't
you
feel
almost
like
prefer?
I don't feel like the pressure's off. You know, the pressure's always on. A phrase I love to tell myself is that, you know, it's okay to be nervous. It's not okay to play nervous, right? At the end of the day, if you don't play nervous, you're gonna play better, right? But acting like the pressure doesn't exist isn't gonna work. You know, I'm pretty bad at gaslighting myself. I'm more better at doing that with others. Um, so, all right, Monster. Hello.
Is it my time to shine?
It might be
Well,
your
we
time
now
to
have
shine,
a
Monster.
three-person cast for at least a little bit while
Right,
we wait
just-
for whatever this is to roll through.
Let me sub up in your spot, Condra.
Sorry, I took a second. I'm back.
Monster is currently
Let me step
asking
up
for
for
your
you,
sub
Condra.
spot.
Yeah, I got a subcaster. That is awesome.
No,
I
I meant
can't-
in,
No, he's
I meant
asking
in
to
the
sub in
game.
game.
Oh no, you're on a team, no?
You can.
Yeah, that's okay. You can use me. It'll
Wait,
just
I'm
be like a
also-
game one
you're-
loss, I think.
You're not an FA, are you? Because if you're an FA,
No,
we
he's not an
automatically
FA.
get-
He's
okay.
not an FA. And I would have had to sign him 15 minutes before, I believe.
No, you don't need to
Why-
sign me. You can
that's-
just use me.
Yeah. In
Tim
emergency situations like this, I believe it would be allowed. But regardless,
I know
Condra,
the
get in there.
owner.
You have 60
Alright.
seconds.
You know the owner. Good comms. Anyways,
I
I'm
need
gonna join my
invite
team
me.
CC.
Invite me.
Bye
Condra.
guys.
See ya, Condra. Join. Wait.
Yes. Okay, I shouldn't
Yuki, I
repeat what
really
you
hope-
just said, probably, huh?
Yeah, I really hope you're not on the mic. Anywho, players should be joining. I think Condra is in the lobby, so we are good to join, right? Well, they're doing it anyway, so
Are you color casting, or what, are we just both? What are we
we're
doing
both
here?
casting. We're doing
Okay.
whatever. We are just
Okay.
casting, and we're
Got
gonna
it.
start right now, getting into game number 1, coming right at you, world class. Atlanta Aces versus Rochester Renegades. Gear starting off strong with a great kickoff. Now Condra looking to have that boost of the fact that he just got in. He's subbing in for his team. Who do you have here as a prediction, Monster?
So I don't know do you know any of these players here?
I know all of these players. I drafted 3 of them, and then the opposing team, I had to scout all of them.
Okay, so originally I had the blue team. I don't know which team it is because I think that they're the better players. Obviously, Gear has more achievements in Rocket League, but I think that he has kind of fallen off a bit as where Swaz has kind of stepped up a bit.
That's a bold take, but okay. I'm going to be slightly biased for the Renegades here, of course, me being the GM. And now we got rid of the other bias to counteract me and Condra. So you're going to have to cheer for blue extra hard. Vanish now into the corner. Gear follows this one up. 50-50, not quite there. Dap into the corner. Gear across the field. Vanish now controls this one well. Condra with an early challenge. Swaz up to follow. Tries to get a control touch. Gear able to turn it away. Misses the ceiling double. Allows Dap in the space given to him just slightly until Vanish takes it away. Vanish walk the wall dashes. Low boost. Gets a touch over one. Condra able to get that save before it finds its way into the net.
Kind of interesting. There's a lot of, I guess they're just filling each other out. There's a lot of banging the ball away and not much keeping possession. As I say that, flying with a great just shot on net.
Yeah, the pass infield here so strong. Not
By
from a
the
Rochester
opposing
player,
team.
though. Dap with a dap up to a Rochester Renegade player. Not exactly the back pass he was looking for. 3 minutes 35 remain. Kickoff going in favor of Rochester. That ball almost going toward the net, but Swaz is there, of course, from that 100 boost off in the corner. Now geared to challenge Kandra. This ball finding its way out middle. Who's there for the shot? It's Vanish. Hop toward backboard, attempted double. Swaz cuts it out.
Who are we missing here from the blue team?
I don't know. I feel bad because Kandra was just saying it, and then of course he had to go and sub in. So the one
All I
person
heard
that
was-
would know.
All I heard was fat ass. Oh, they're missing Drew. Okay. Good
That
shot.
is crazy cops.
Well, is that not what Conjure said about the ice cream?
Kandra definitely said a few funny things about his players. I
Okay,
do not
yeah.
recall the specifics. And here, Kandra getting a goal. Palindrome on the scoreboard. 1-3-0-3-1. Incredible stuff from the Aces. Able to turn that one in. Now flying with a dribble. Tries to play it under one. Low 50, stalls out. Dap toward the sidewall. Gears up for the challenge. This ball popping out into the middle. Swaz there first. Vanish called into action. Plays that one toward the corner.
Here seems to be taking a solo play. Nice 50s. Dap taking a challenge, but Flying takes control. There's
Flying
just
now
still,
with the air dribble. You?
still just not a lot of like team play that you would expect from the world class, being that a lot of these players have been, you know, top 16, top 32 RLCS. But I guess it's new teams, so you got to fill it out.
Here trying to do it all himself. Double flip reset in the midfield. Try to get an insane clip. And yeah, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that these players both didn't really have a warm-up coming into this. Of course, one team getting a sub at the very last possible minute, and then Rochester having their game happen way earlier in the day, happened at 7 EST. This is now after 10. So they had a really long extended break. They were not in comms with each other. They were not playing in that time. Now they have to refigure it out, try and understand how each other play again. As all these teams, I mean, draft just happened. They haven't really scrimmed much. World Class Scrims is actually one of the most active servers in CSA for active server channels. You know, it's never been pinged once. So,
It's pretty normal from the top league.
yeah,
I
not to
have
be
heard-
unexpected.
I have heard a few inside things that there are going to be 2 world-class teams already disbanding that will not be continuing to play. One is... I forget, actually, never mind.
He's just
Oh,
edging us
T-Carell's
with
team.
these leaks.
T-Carell's team.
Oh no, the leaks are coming out.
Hezzy said that they are not even a team, so I don't know if that means that they're disbanding or what. T-Carell didn't show up tonight.
That is unfortunate to hear if you are that team. Luckily, neither of these teams have to worry about that. They're here. They're playing to the best of their ability, despite Kandra subbing in. They've done an incredible job so far, keeping the scoreline even. Kandra now with an ego challenge. Vanishes there. This shot almost in. Dap so awkward. Gear in there with the save
just
ball.
stick it in!
Finally, Swaz there for the finish.
Condra seems to be holding himself pretty well. It's probably because Condra plays like a rat, but it's working.
Yeah, I mean, if the rat strat's what's needed, and he's delivering, it works.
I am disconnecting. Are you disconnecting?
And the lobby as a whole has decided to die on us. What is this? And
So
we're aiming for the most scuff series of all time, and as we say that, we get a circling view of flying in flying cam. Honestly, one of the most glorious things I've ever seen.
the good news here is that we now have admin controls in private matches, and they're starting from a kickoff, 37 seconds, 2-1 blue team.
Yes, luckily we have that ability to pause that, to get out of this match. I mean, I can't even...
You can't make it up.
You cannot make it up. I genuinely don't understand how...
This cannot be scripted.
Yeah, like... I mean... The game exists. That's all I have to say.
Condra messaged me to make sure we started at 2-1 with 37 seconds.
Okay.
2-1 blue team, 37 seconds on the scoreboard. Hold up. Get off team.
They are being told to wait to join because we are still figuring things out here on the back end. Give us a little bit of time to figure this one out.
It's probably you. They said the game has to start, so wait for the game to start, and then you should have to do it. Oh, flying has perms.
Yeah. All right. Well, I communicate to flying. They are getting the correctly communicated score, and we will be back here shortly, going into game 1.
We are
There we
back
go.
shortly.
Very shortly. Kickoff, of course, not an ideal way to start back into it, but it does work. Luckily, this one not resulting in a goal right away, so teams will feel like it's fair. As I say that,
And we're going to have the excuses flying out already.
yeah, game 1 not going in the way that Rochester Renegades wanted. Dap turns that one in, easily touching that one into such an open net. Rochester need to be better on the defensive third, or they need to...
How do you feel with Rochester here losing with Condra as a sub-up?
I'm not feeling too good about it personally. I know I am just the GM. I can't speak to them on the field. They do have lots of time to bring it back, though, as far as later in the series. It is only game 1, 10 seconds now ticking down. Unless if a goal happens now, and it doesn't, Rochester are going to be down 1 in the series. We'll see how they respond. Game number 2. What adjustments are you making if you're in this position? You just lost to a sub, you just had a technical disconnect, and you have now 60 seconds to discuss what went wrong.
I think that game's, like, as in all game 1s, is just a filler game. So now they're going to decide on what they need to do based on how the blue team played, and maybe we'll see some more team plays coming in game 2. I also don't know if this team has played together at all. I know flying is Manzar flying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, Orange team definitely has the skill. They're definitely very good. Just depends on what they bring to the table game 2.
Yes, I drafted them knowing that these players like each other as players. They haven't played as a team that much. They did play preseason, going 1-1, game 5 overtime on stream here. Go and check it out if you didn't catch it. Preseason, last series of the night for that. Now we are the last series of the night for week 1. We're trying to bring it back. Last time we got to a game 5 overtime, it was very, very close, very interesting. We'll see if Rochester can continue that pressure and bring this one to 5.
And can Drew not sub back in now that Condra subbed in?
If Drew is here, he can sub in at any point in between games. He cannot sub during the game, but he can sub in between games if he is here.
Okay, yeah, he is here. He was asking it. Condra was wanting him to cast, and I said, why doesn't he sub? And Condra didn't think that was allowed.
It is allowed for subs to come back in between. We are figuring it out because at any point when you think that this is no longer scuffed, you are just incredibly wrong. We continue to have errors. We continue to have little tech breaks. This is a series of all time.
This is what he does. I mean, get in the one game.
Just unbelievable gameplay.
Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, well, I'm not that young, I'll be honest. I feel like Lightning McQueen in Cars 3. I can't imagine how you feel.
I think
you must
I
feel
need to
like
leave the
King
game
in Cars
so
1.
Drew can play.
Yes, thank you,
God.
Monster, for the sub.
Thank you, Monster. I love you, Monster.
See you guys.
See ya.
All right, Condra, what are you thinking now if you sub out and they get swept from here on out? What?
If Drew subs in and takes a game, can I sub back in? Or if they lose the game, can I sub myself back in? Is that a...
Wait, they actually are asking you to get back in right now.
Oh my god,
I kid you
okay.
not.
Okay, goodbye.
Swaz typed out, Drew lagged out, I think. GG's Condra, get back in here. I am... Genuinely, this is the most pandemonium possibly ever on a series. I'm now left alone by my caster once again. It is just me. And the players are joining up.
Let's do
And
it.
in fact, Kandra is on the field.
Let's do it, Power. Let's do it together.
All right, Nuki is here joining me because I'm trying to see how many casters I can cast within one series.
It's a new record,
As a record.
so far. It's going great.
Currently, it is 3 different casters.
So far, it's quite an interesting set of events. Go ahead and take over for a second, Power.
Yes, you are good. Here we go. Game number 2, getting underway. Finally actually playing the game instead of playing each other. Now Gear into the midfield, gets that 50 out, flying off to the corner, tries for the pinch, does play it around Kandra. Kandra trying to get some bump pressure. Dap with a shot. Vanish pushed up too far. That is a great opportunity, but Vanish somehow gets back to that, showing that mechanical brilliance, that speed on the field, able to turn around so quickly and bail himself out of bad situations with those mechanics and speed. Now flying in a one-on-one, tries for the low 50. Here to follow. Swaz pops it around 1. Swaz now with control. It uses all the boost that he has to dap up, dap, and then flying into the corner. 50-50 comes out. Gear pops this one high, flying with a fake. Gear called in. Swaz with an early challenge. Vanish 50. This one going toward the midfield. Dap toward the corner, flying into the corner, plays this one away.
Oh snap! That was close. That was pretty intense. Contra, I don't know. Contra being on the field tonight, maybe all the players feeling like they've got to perform a little stronger or something. But Atlanta took the first game. Well, just I'm hoping we'll see what happens with Rochester here. It looks like Vanish trying to already start something good, get an opportunity after flying. It's just a little too high. All 3 players for Rochester just move a little bit too much in a conglomerate downfield, and nobody else was there to maybe pick up a follow. Now Contra sending it downfield. It's a nice redirect, saving it off to the left side. I have to say, right now, there's been some heat coming from both teams.
Yeah, what I've noticed out of Rochester is they're playing like it's a 6-man's that is just with friends, or like an in-house environment. They're just free jumping everything. They're playing really confident and pushed up as individuals. More so just like a have fun mentality look to them. And it's kind of been biting them in the butt recently as far as overcommitting a little bit too hard. I'd like to see that confidence, but I think it needs to be coordinated confidence, which I believe we just are lacking a little bit right now. Flying into the corner, leaves it now. Gear pops this one up. Conjure, easy backboard defense. Swaz plays it around the last. Gear back alone, shot comes through, that save comes through, and we're just bailing ourselves out on that goal line.
To see as it sits there steady in the corner. Dap trying to sneak one through, and it was just a little too shy. Flying took Dap out for their efforts, I guess, trying to get a goal through, and said no. It looks like Contra trying to get something out. It's up to Swaz. Swaz, a little pop up, an awkward demo. Flying gonna have the opportunity for recovery. Could take it all the way downfield, but Dap quick to intercept and sends it right on down for a quick response. It's boomer ball right now, back and forth over the center line. It's not getting too much further than the front of each other's nets. It's just not getting where it needs to. And the clock ticks down. We're still 0-0 and 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in game 2.
Yeah, the ball kind of stalling out here in the corner. Dap called in for Atlanta Aces. Now Vanish beating one. Here up off the wall. Tries to pass this one mid, but that demo so crucial out of Dap, taking that second man completely out of the play. Off the backboard now. Shot opportunity turned away by Swaz. Great ball out of him. Now flying into the corner once more. Contra there, able to turn that one away. Dap to the wall. Tries for the double, but gets bumped off the play. The shot weak toward net.
Gears trying to get something to go there. Swaz took possession quickly. Flying quick to stall. Tried for a pre-flip, and Contra banks it down just in time. Contra is trying to follow it up. I have to say, Contra is playing a pretty decent game for a quick sub in. I'm not going to lie. Just going to say that. But right now, Rochester is doing pretty good. Gears looking like he's trying to get something flopping right back over. Swaz, quick interception. Going to take it right downfield. Vanish popping off it as well. I got to say, Power, your team's doing really good. I just feel like we're looking for something to happen, something to click between all 3 of them and get something in the last couple 30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like they just need that extra touch or that extra sauce on the touch that they do get. I apologize, I am losing my voice. I was screaming a little bit earlier in the fact that we swept twice.
Oh, look.
Yeah, which is really W out of us for our Novice team. and I'm really happy for them, and I really want to see the world class regain. We did get swept earlier now, 0-0. This is an opportunity. Can the ball stay up? The demo's coming through, and that is just able to fall right in. No bias here, celebration out of the boot.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna argue for. We're gonna argue. We're trying for a game 5. Okay, there's no bias toward Rochester. They basically seal game 2 here as long as disaster does not happen in these next 6 seconds.
Still plenty of time, though. Still plenty of time. It takes only about 3 seconds from it to happen. But the follow-up, oh man, that was I think that was they were looking for a second goal there, but it was a close matchup there. It looks like Atlanta had the first game. Rochester quick to respond on that. We'll have to see what happens going into game 3.
Yes, I'm going to respond to the question, and you can continue to talk.
You respond to the question, and I continue to talk. I had no clue what the question was, but we'll have to see how things happen. It was a last-second goal for Rochester. They had 6 saves all the way across the board when it came to stats in this game. I have to say, quite crazy. And we'll have to just give them a little bit of faith here in the next game. But I do know Atlanta, they've got a sub in. It's their GM Condra, and Condra is gonna be working. They're definitely doing good. I mean, middle scoreboard right there, 210, a 1 save, already sitting there comfortable. I'm sure that the team would prefer play for a full team, but hey, that's just kind of what happens, and they're gonna make it work. We'll just have to see how Rochester is gonna do with this. I mean, they lost the first game. That's okay. It was a little bit awkward. They got the second one. Are they gonna run with the momentum? We'll see what happens.
The question that was
Condra
asked, by the way, was can Drew join? And the answer is yes, Drew can join, and Condra is
Condra.
back.
Thank you so much.
Bro. Oh
Nick
my
is
god.
signing off for the night.
I have a bit of lore to say. Drew's like internet or electricity or something went out. He joins mid VC. He starts talking, and all of us say at the same time to shut up because he just started talking while we were calming like 2 minutes into it. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had to get done with that. If they lose this, that means I'm a better player than Drew. That's all that means. Anyway, Swaz plays it to the back wall. He looks for a 50. Dap-Dap's gonna be there, flying. Has some time, but Swaz turns on it. Now Dap-Dap, a good 50. Drew up into the air, looks for it. Off the corner, back down to Dap-Dap. It doesn't come through, so it's gonna have to be Swaz. 100 boost. Looks, one more. Shot on target, denied by Vanish, and the pressure surmounting, but still, the Rochester Renegades are holding. What was your opinion on the previous 2 games, Power?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm more focused on the fact that they were so incredibly scuffed that the scoreline basically doesn't matter. Here, Swaz able to turn that one in, giving Atlanta Aces the lead. But I'm going to continue my thought. This has been so scuffed. I don't think there's some records being set in this series that I don't think will ever be beaten, and it's not on the field. We had me casting with 4 different people at points throughout the night in a series that's only been 2 games. So far.
We have an opportunity to make that double digits. We could be on pace if this goes to game 5.
That is genuinely insane. And these players also playing insane. I mean, Atlanta doing a great job with you to get at least a win on the board. Now making it effectively a best of 3.
Yeah. I felt like Lightning McQueen in Cars 3, where he realizes that his time is up. And Monster's saying that I'm still, a very young person to try to make himself feel better. He's more like King in Cars 1, if anybody has watched that hit film. Sorry, I'm going to start talking about the gameplay eventually here. Gear has it to the side. Drew's going to follow this. 100 boost is going to be Gear. He has the passing option, chooses flying shot. A little lackluster. Swaz has the save. It was a big opportunity, but it just goes awry, so now Drew will have it away. To Swaz. Almost made it happen on the counter attack, but they deny it still. Goal line defense back and forth, and it feels like, in this higher level, they tend to play the goal line. They tend to center around that a lot more, right, than in these corners, in these midfield possessions. They tend to kind of sit back and try to absorb all the pressure, just protect what's valuable, and then eventually make a counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, they're so comfortable on the goal line defense. They're so confident in their ability to save any solo play because they've seen it all, right? I mean, they've seen every top tier player hit every top tier shot. There isn't really much new to be saved. It's more about the long-term game and breaking down opponents and having the ability to A, peak like this almost out of Vanish, and B, supporting your team, like flying here on the follow-up, getting low 50s, making Atlanta Aces a little bit uncomfortable in the corner. Now Vanish up toward the ceiling. Has time, goes for the flip. Flips it around one, Drew's there for the backboard. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, like, supporting each other, knowing that Vanish is such an insane player. He's so good on that solo play, but they still have the support. They have the pieces where it's a multi-layered defense.
They really understand who's challenging at what times. You very rarely see double commits. And to Drew's credit, he is probably cold right now for multiple reasons. One, he was eating ice cream. But two, he wasn't playing the game, right? And he's really playing quite a great game so far. He got the assist earlier from that double tap straight down to Swaz, and he's been playing great on the goal line. We'll see if they can keep it up here with 1:30 remaining. It's going to be Swaz, 100 boost. He tries to play it around one. He gets it down to Dap Dap, into the air, denied by Gear. Now it's going to be Drew. He takes it into the quarter, looks, one more, big 50, Vanish. He's awkward, has to get a reset here, a little bit awkward still. 1 goal lead with 1:10 remaining. They're trying to start the offense, but Atlanta's absorbing it for right now. Now Drew plays it infield to Dap Dap, denied by a 50. A great challenge for Vanish to kill the offensive attack. Now it's got to be Dap Dap. He tries to put it on target. Swaz, a bit of an overcommit. He was second there, and now another commit. It's going to be an opportunity for Rochester. Dap Dap, bad touch off the side ball. Swaz gets beat to it, but Drew able to collect the boost, able to collect the time. A great fake from him to fake out flying, I believe. Gear now, one more touch. Midfield shot, not there. Almost had an opportunity, but it just goes back and forth, side to side gameplay, horizontally. Might as well turn your screen. Dap Dap now, flip reset, down to Swaz. Doesn't happen. And with only 20 seconds left, Rochester need to get out of defense.
Yeah, we almost need a panorama for the field to see all the action here. Now this ball 50 to out in the middle. Here with a solo play opportunity. Bangs it a little early, but gets the follow-up. Double tap attempted off of the backboard after the double tap off of the ceiling. This ball, though, dropping down. Low time on the clock. No time on the clock. Now Rochester need this immediately. This ball off toward the ceiling. Gear off toward the wall. A little bit of time. Low boost, but not able to get there before the ball drops. And that will be Atlanta Aces going up in the series 2-1. Rochester Renegades looking at double match point to overcome.
Yeah, I guess Drew might be as good as me, maybe, slightly. As he, big on the goal line, but also that assist he got earlier won them the game, 1-goal games. You tend to see that at the higher level, just 1-goal games where a bunch of pressure goes back and forth, lots of saves on the board, a lot of denial of shots, but they allow the non-dangerous shots, right? Which is why you still see that put up. Right, you still see an average amount of shots, but it's much different, the quality, right? The chances for Rochester were far and few between in terms of quality, right? Where a lot of the time it's already denied or they're bumped off the ball and somebody's taking possession on the goal line, right? Same thing with the Aces, where a lot of their opportunities were swatted away. They just happened to get one more dangerous one that decided the game. And so I think we're going to see a game 5 here, in my opinion. It seems to be back and forth. It seems that both teams, neither of them succumbing to the pressure, but game 4 on the way. Rochester needing to take this one if they want to stay alive in the series. Aces trying to put it away, 3-1.
It is very interesting, though, that we see Atlanta win both the games where they had a player come in completely cold and unready to play. And then the one game that they did lose was after they had already had the warm-up, which is, I don't know if that's like a little bit of adapting period for the Renegades, that they were able to figure out the play style and then each new player kind of confused them a little bit, or what it is. I mean, it could just be dumb luck and I'm overanalyzing, but here we go. 30 seconds into this one, Atlanta have had the pressure so far. This backboard just being peppered with shots. More goal line saves needed. Vanish plays that one out. Corner touch from Drew. Down in the midfield, cut out by Gear.
Yeah, I'm not sure if adapting's the right word because there's not much to adapt to, at least with me. Not the best player, But maybe, I don't know. Maybe if they made a game plan for me, I'm flattered, to be honest. Drew now tries to put that one on target. Gear, he'll have it into the corner. Swaz tries to stay with it, but bumped off the ball. Now it's going to be Gear. A nice pre-flip into a reset. Drew has to respect it, but can only get it so far. And I would like to see, if you're on the side of Rochester, going for more demos, right? Leaving the ball in midfield, because every player is playing further back, expecting the solo plays, but they keep falling into the trap, keep moving forward, right? They want to move this ball forward. They should just leave it at the midfield occasionally, allow another player to come through, come in front, able to get a demo, able to run amok upfield. For instance, there with Flying, I would love to see him just leave the ball off the corner and go for a bump on the man on back wall. But right now, it just feels like the Aces are a little more comfortable with playing the defensive game, a little more comfortable just allowing one challenge every time, playing the solo play. Flying now, though, opportunity, flip reset denied by Swaz. Still a 0-0 game. So the Aces need to figure it out on offense. Gear takes his time with it, 150, but still 0-0 with 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, time just has been ticking down. The ball having decent opportunities to find its way into the back of the net on both sides of the field, but none of them falling in. Double whiff. DapTap somehow manages to keep following it. Players probably just super confused now. Flying, trying to play disruptor. Swaz still gets that crucial save. Running out of boost here for both teams a little bit. Vanish able to use that 100 that he did grab from the midfield and dribble this one out. Drew now bumped off the backboard. A little awkward. This is a shot opportunity right at DapDap, though. Not the placement Gear wanted.
Yeah, not the placement, but once again, passes are coming through. It's looking more dangerous. It's looking like the opportunities, the shots just need to be a little more clinical. A demo comes through. Now it's going to be Gear. Looks in field to Vanish. Shot. They double commit, though. Counterattack opportunity. They try to pinch it downfield. Gear, 100 boost, getting chased down by Drew. He doesn't get a touch on it. He gets a bump, but nobody on the Ace is able to follow up. So it's just going to have to be DapDap. He plays it high. Vanish now. One touch, air dribble, bumped off the ball. Swaz is first to it, plays it high. Looking, one more, 50. Trickles out in front, bumps Flying off the ball. Bit of awkwardness. It seems everybody's getting a little panicky. Maybe the situation getting to them all just the slightest. Still, it's going to be Flying in this midfield, trying to play it around DapDap, unable to do so. Drew now, he has it, straight down. Gear with a pre-jump denied by Drew. Now it's going to be Swaz. He loses the 50, so DapDap has to pick up the slack. Vanish, first to it. One more, double tap. Denied. Gear now, shot. Opportunity, it's off the post and in. Great placement, and Rochester able to get the lead.
If we didn't score that, I was going to go home crying. I'm not going to lie. That was such a good opportunity. Gear making me a little bit scared placing that so far right. But luckily, the post is generous. The Rocket League gods have spoken, said that deserves to be a goal, and I'm thankful for it. Here we go. Rochester Renegades up 1 in this game, looking to force 5. Swaz now trying to prevent that from happening. Plays it to Drew. Drew double tap this one midfield. DapDap, though, cuts off his teammate. Does play it around 1. Vanish is super awkward. Manages to get such a good touch out of the goal line. Doubling this one into the midfield with a strong 52. This is a shot opportunity. Off the post save. Incredible last chance heroics for Atlanta.
Still 50 seconds of this game, they're able to get into offense, and you can feel it. It feels a little more focused. It feels like they're looking for each other on offense. Drew tried to play it down to DapDap, but denied by Gear. Vanish now, he plays it off the corner, Flying, low boost, plays it back to Vanish. An awkward touch is going to leave it to Drew. Now Drew, he takes time with it. He's trying to be dangerous. He plays it above 1. Gear, awkward touch, but he's done so well to stay next to that ball. Swaz, he plays it high. DapDap now to the sideball, looking, one more, denied by Flying. So it's going to have to be Swaz with 100 boost. Has to go the length of the field. Can he do so? He gets past 1. Gear now, 50. Dunked by Drew. Another dunk comes through. Flying, trying to follow. Oh, and the touch just goes awry. And so, Rochester, with a 1-goal lead, tries to kill it. Swaz can't keep it alive. We're going to Game 5.
I feel like with how scuffed this series has been as a whole, we would not have it any other way. Hopefully we don't have any technical issues for Game 5. I'm praying. Maybe I just jinxed it by saying it. But hoping for a clean game here. I mean, at the end of the day, it was almost became a best of 3 after you went and played hero ball and then got answered back. they were not happy with you playing hero ball.
I mean, it was a 1-goal game that they scored at 16 seconds. All right, let's calm down a little bit. All right, we're acting like Unk got destroyed here. I put in a good effort. I tried.
I'm just saying they locked back in. I thought that they were a lot more comfortable second game. Hopefully they're a lot more comfortable here in game 5. They had all the games to warm up. We had all the technical errors. Surely we just get really good Rocket League. I'm hoping for an overtime. I want some stress. I want to feel...
I want more goals.
To stare at
These 1-goal games, a little boring. Not boring, you know, but just a little boring.
All right, 2-2 overtime. Deal?
A 2-2 overtime would feed families, I think, here.
I'll tell my players to do that if you tell yours.
Yeah. Make sure to get ice cream later, all right? No? All right.
Also feed families.
Also, well, that does feed. Also, tactical car design switch. Dap now playing in the Octane. He was originally playing in the Finnick. I remember this. And so, question: if you were me here, right, and you went 1-1, and then Drew went 1-1, who are you putting in, me or Drew?
Oh, no bias at all. I'm putting in Drew. I want a casting partner. Actually, wait.
Okay.
I want the record. Condra, get in there.
I get in there.
I want more casting partners. I'm
You get around.
Some guy. I just want to have a little bit of everyone.
Yeah.
Now having this ball toward the middle. I can't with you. Why are we always on the cast together and it just turns into the most obnoxious, insane... It's not real. Next time we're in the grand finals against each other, get someone else to cast, Dookie.
Yeah.
And you're now into the midfield.
We're going to be playing in world-class grand finals because someone has to go get ice cream. Anyways.
You don't have to.
Drew, he pre-jumped this, able to get a nice air dribble, a nice 50 at midfield. Gear played it well. Dap. Slow boost, just plays it high to Swaz, a nice first touch, one more off the back while Flying has it around, just takes his time with it. Now it's going to be one more to Gear, no, denied by Dap. Swaz, he'll have it, right side, looking to follow, can he do it? No, Vanish is there. Drew fakes it out. Now it's going to be Drew, one more touch. Over to the left side, Flying there, but denied by Drew once again, just chasing that one all the way down the field. Counterattack, Swaz, up into the air. Vanish, awkward, zero boost, he gets a touch and fakes out everyone. Gear in front of net, has to get a nice one. He tries to say one more, stays in midfield, still 0-0, and with half the game remaining, it feels like we're going to get another 1-0.
Yes, I'm hoping it's an overtime, though. I don't think we're going to get our 2-2 overtime, 2.5 minutes here. The teams would have to really ramp up the scoring opportunities. Here is a chance. Dap on the 50. Swaz a little bit too far pushed up. Has to play that one to the side. And Flying's pinch out relieves so much pressure. Not fully done, though, as Till Drew side flips there. That is an unfortunate mechanical mistake that will prevent Atlanta Aces from having a really good opportunity. They do have an opportunity, but not quite good enough to get past the Renegades defense. Now Flying off to the back wall. Vanish there for the follow-up. Gear up for the double tap. The touch is too hard. Dap.
Flying zero boost. On the other end, can he get the save? He can. Aces had an opportunity to let that ball take possession, but instead they just shot it immediately, and was that the opportunity they needed? Drew now to this left side. Vanish, touch it to corner. Drew takes his time with it. Flying, unable to make contact. Gear trying to be first to it. He won't be. Swaz, double tap. Denied by Gear. Now it's got to be Dap. A nice 50. Looks to follow. One more. Plays it under. Dap. Heroics late into the game. Able to fake out one. 50's another. Back of the net is the only answer.
Flying just so awkward. They're not at all anticipating that 50 to go straight up, straight over. And he tried for the double jump save. Probably should have saved a flip there, waiting and reacting, but the shot goes under him. Now Dap tries to get another off the ceiling, runs out of boost. Gear there up toward this corner, and the demo comes through. The shot not quite on target. Dap with a save as well, bumped out of the play. Low boost for Atlanta Aces. Vanish off the sidewall, gets the 50. Swaz has to backflip off that one, leaves it for Dap. Now shot opportunity for Drew. Drew ends up leaving it, just like he left his team for Ice Cream. Now flying into the corner, passing it to it. This opportunity here, so close. Not quite in though. 1-0 still for the Aces.
Yeah, Drew, though, making up for it. Maybe that ice cream gave him superpowers. The super serum now found. I believe. Oh, I can't remember. I think the flavor was cookies and cream, if anyone was wondering. Drew now wins the 50, looks one more. Midfield, Gear. He has it to the left side, and they need to find an opportunity. They can't keep banging away this possession because Swaz is just going to take so much time. Still, back wall, Drew has it to the side. Now it's going to have to be Drew to follow. Unable to get a touch. Gear on target momentarily. Flying looks to stay. A nice touch to try to stay next to it, but Dap's there first. Drew now. He looks for a bump. Vanish. Backwell. Opportunity. Drew's going to be first to it. Pre-flips back. Swaz clears the danger. And with 15 seconds left, they have to restart the attack. Gear now. Takes his time. Past one. Plays it high. Drew, awkward touch right side. Dap looking to be first to it. He gets it high. Flying now. His shot. Off target. 0-second drill for Rochester, and it doesn't work out. The Aces take it in 5. A 1-0 lead. Once again, story of the series. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to the 2-2 overtime? That's all I have to say. What happened to the 2-2 overtime?
Yeah.
I thought we had an agreement
Drew
here.
has
Atlanta
to go back to
Aces
get more ice cream.
does not respect the agreement. Well-deserved win out of them. Coming in with the Condra sub, very crucial. I think it might have been a little bit different if you weren't here, period.
Yeah, that was
so
interesting.
We appreciate you popping in, playing for your team. Anything but a forfeit is
Die
what
for
I
the
will always
badge is
say.
what they say, right? Die for the badge.
And that is going to be a tough Game 5 loss for the Renegades. Hopefully we can bounce back. It is early in the season, but these games all do matter. Reminder, your points will determine whether you make playoffs at the end of the season, and every match for regular season counts the same until we have a little fun at the end. But that is it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Car Soccer Association. Make sure you drop a follow, catch more games just like this, top level SSLs duking it out on the field. We'll see you guys all around. Thank you so much once again for joining.
Thank you.